Tell me what you want. 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 Tell me what you want from me. You're my MVP. Tonight I plan on fucking you to sleep. Two, put it deep. Baby, you know I'm a different type of freak. So what you tryna do to me? Don't be shy, too dirty to me. Let's take a shot of Hennessy. Tell me what you want. How you want it? Ass up and face down with the loving. Baby, let me know when you need it. 4-course meal chopped down when you need it. Make me curl my toes. What's the quickest way to turn you on? Morning, middle of the night. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. I will do it all away. Make you scream my name. I keep it nice and
Mic check, mic check.
boy, relax and let me ride. Do the things we like. Oh, we the one see you feel the wood. I'm a nasty bitch, so I'ma fuck it like I should. Know that you been peeping, I'm a savage. Ain't no pussy good, so if you want it, you can have it. Yeah. Climb up on a dick, make it a habit. Yeah. Fucking with a bitch that's never average. Yeah. Tell me what you want from me. Yeah. Baby, let me know. 4-course meal chopped down. Make me curl my toes. What's the quickest way to turn you on? Morning, middle of the night. Tell me what you want.
Tell me all the things you see in the kid. Is it me? Or is it just the life that I live? Just tell me what it is, cause I can make you feel how he never did, as long as you keep it real. And yeah, I know I'm young, but I'm old enough. I'ma stand in that pussy, have you folding up. Face down, ass up, girl, you know what's up. Eat it up, beat it up, make your toes curl up. I got no time to waste and no time to chase. Gotta move at Christian's pace. Hold it down when it's all at stake. On your curves, girl, I'm slowing my brakes. No guarantees, I'ma make it home safe. I'm so stuck in my ways. Out of town for a couple of days, but when I'm back, I'll be right on my way. And I got nothing to say. No games, girl, you know my style. I got the recipe to make you smile. What?
I want it. Ass up and face down. Baby, let me know. 4-course meal chopped down. Make me curl my toes. What's the quickest way to turn you on? Morning, middle of the night. Tell me what you want. 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 Tell me what you want.
We
Yo.
live?
Yeah, I think we're live.
Hold on. So I gotta match your bassy ass voice now.
No, what you gotta do? Don't do all that. Don't expose me. What's up?
Yo, what's up, chat?
How I sound?
Logic.
Sound 5x5, 5x5. How I'm sounding? I'm peaking.
I'm gonna let the chat let you know that because you sound like I told you before we went live, man. That
Let me know,
voice is
chat.
sounding crisp. It's sounding bassy.
Fixing the levels. Let me know volumes. Let me know if it's loud, low. I see myself. I'm yellow a little bit. I don't want to
What's
peak.
that line from? I forgot what movie that was. Where my levels at, yo? Where my levels at?
Where my levels?
Nah, you sound good. You sound bassy and shit. You sound like legit, man. You sound like
Yeah,
you're about to drop a solo.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a single, bro.
I got to pop the auto tune on real quick.
No.
Make it
We
classic.
don't. We're not on those no more because T-Pain moved on from that. He
Oh,
moved on.
copy
He
that.
can sing.
Copy
He can
that.
sing. Even though we knew he can sing, it's just
Yeah.
That auto tune is no more. It's out the door.
That's funny.
All right. So interesting news that we got to share. At least I got to share, and I know Logic is going to talk about his big ass weekend last weekend in Boston, which that's hype. I was hyped for him as fuck. Kept
Facts.
sending me pictures and shit, so got me all jealous and shit. Green Wall all the way.
Yeah. I mean, they came in third, but it's
we
okay.
got some shit to talk about, man. There's some stuff we are going to talk about that we titled in our topic,
Yes.
and then I myself might go a little off script from the topic line and talk about some of the stuff that's been on on the heat, on the hot presses when it comes to the gaming side. But other than that, man, we always start off with our week and then how we've been. Well, it's been 2 weeks, but how we've been doing and shit. So last week it's Logic's fault, Boston. Boston. But
Boston.
going forward, it's probably gonna be my fault going forward, and I'll explain that in a second. But
Yeah,
Logic, you want to start off, man?
Yeah, man. Yo, listen, last week was a movie. I mean, that's how it's best described by people that went. It was just, honestly, it was dope. It was just 3 days of just a lot of fun. I was out in Boston for the CDL, Call of Duty League, Major 1. Had a blast. I met a bunch of people, met a bunch of pros, met a bunch of people like streamers.
You out there?
Yeah, I was out there, man.
Here, yo. Yeah.
I was out there. I thought who I was. I was at the Marriott. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was chilling.
That was funny, by the way. The whole 5 o'clock in the morning bullshit. That was hilarious.
Oh yeah, no, it was crazy. But yo, I got there on Friday. I went pretty much right to my parking spot, Spot Hero all weekend. I had parking spots reserved Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Literally, like within like 10 minutes of Fenway. That's where it was at. It was the MGM Music Hall. And so my Friday, I mean, I'll just set it up real quick. I get there, right? I park. Like, all right, cool. I'm there. It's raining. It's New England, right? Wintertime, January. So I get there. I start walking. I'm on like, I think it's Boyle.
Wait, even with the what do you call that? The whole change of the climate bullshit. It's still winter.
Nah, yeah, right. Yeah, winter is still winter here in New England. Just want to just want to let everybody know that. Yes, winter still happens here. So yeah, I'm up there. Thank God it was rain and not snow, because that would have just fucked my whole weekend. But I'll tell you that on the drive. Yeah, no. I'll tell you that at the very end. But yeah, pretty much I get there, I show up, I pretty much have one of the best McDonald's I've ever had in my life. It's on Boylston Street, right there, like right around the corner from Fenway. Like I just got it. Like I stopped in there. I needed something. I was driving for 3 hours. I was like, all right, I got to eat something real quick, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. Let me go there's McDonald's right here, right around the corner. Let me hit this McDonald's up. Like, I almost knew it was gonna be legit because of how many people were in there and how many people were waiting, like for their food. So I was like, oh, they making shit fresh. Like I didn't realize how fresh it was. Like the buns were soft, like and not stale. I'm like, oh,
and I know exactly what you mean when it comes to the shit
Yeah.
you're used to.
I mean,
And
it's
then you go
fast food,
somewhere
right?
else is like, holy
Yeah.
shit.
It's fast
food's
food,
fast
but
food,
like,
but the little things, the details.
yeah, it's the little things. It's like, oh wait, I'm actually getting fresh fries, and like the patty actually seems like fresh, and like the buns are fresh. I'm like, all right, it's
almost
lit.
like questioning, like, yo, what are y'all doing over there? Why y'all
Yeah.
dropping fresh fries?
Like, why
that?
is this
That's crazy.
special? Like, why? Right? Why is this double hamburger hitting like so much better than like
why
everywhere
does
else?
my hamburger actually have meat in it, bro? What are y'all doing?
Yeah, exactly. So like that was my start, right? So it was quick little double hamburger, little small fries. I was like, all right, cool, I'm here. Go around the corner. There was no line because the event was already open, not for long, like for maybe a little bit, whatever, because it was already the second day that it was happening. So I get in, like a little bit of a line to get in. I'm hanging out. I'm kind of like, there's a lot of people. There's concession stands. There's like a merch table, and I'm like saying to myself, where do I go first? Where do I fucking, you know what I mean? I'm just like, I don't know where to go. So I'm just standing by.
That's that experience.
Yeah.
That's part of the experience. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm standing by. And then for whatever reason, I decided to stand by these staircases that lead upstairs because it's a music hall, so they have like a second and third level for seating and stuff. More concession stands. They had like a little VIP area upstairs, which happened to be where the Scump watch party was and where the Optic merch table was. Right. So I didn't even discover that shit till later on in the day. But I'm just standing by the stairs. Next thing you know, I'm looking down at my phone. I look up. There's Scumpy, Methods, and fucking Embos from Optic, all Optic Gaming, all there walking into the venue, about to go do their watch party. I look up and like literally I'm standing right there. I'm right next to the staircase. Like Scump is like right there. I'm like, yo, Scumpy, fist bump, boom. I'm like, yo, Zinny, that's Methods. They call him Zin. Zinny, his name is Anthony.
Yeah.
Like, yo, Zinny. He was like, what's up, bro? And then I'm like, yo, Bose, Money B. He was like, yo, what's up? Boom. Like two of them from Jersey, Scump's from Pennsylvania. Like, I know these, like, literally I've been watching these people. They're younger than me. I'm older than them, right? But I've been watching
but you've been watching them the whole
professionally for as long as they've been pretty much gaming, like, because I've just been into it since the jump. So just seeing that right there, that was my first time, like, ever meeting them in person. And I was just like, oh, that was, like, my weekend right there. I'm like, that's lit. So, like, then I get into the venue. I get a pretzel. Get some ginger ale. I sit down. I start watching some competitive COD. Then I was like, all right, let me go explore this shit real quick between the matches. I find out. I go upstairs. I'm thinking like, oh, there's this VIP section or whatever for like, oh, you need to have VIP in order to get up there. There was like on the upper level. There's a VIP section. If you paid more, you got to sit there where like the friends and family were, which was pretty dope. But then I go into the stream area where Scump was, and I'm asking the MGM staff there, and they're like, oh yeah, no, this is open. Anybody could come in. I said, what? Anybody. So I go in and boom, there's the watch party. It's literally Scump, Methods, and Bose just doing the watch party. Just right there.
Like it shouts fucking space. Like, hey, what up? And they can hear you.
Yeah, deadass. Like literally probably within like 6 to 8 feet. They had a screen set up so you could see their live stream. And then they had the games on the TVs inside of it. Because it's like a small like restaurant concession area, but they had it set up as their merch booth as well. So behind them, that's where they had all the Optic merch. You know where I went, right to the fucking merch table.
Of course.
Like, get myself a nice little Optic Texas hoodie. Did that. I was a quick $100.
Which, by the way, that shit was fire.
No, fire. So comfortable. Love it. And dude, and that was it. And then the weekend was just watching the boys play. They played on Thursday. They won, so they didn't play on Friday. So I was watching like loser bracket on Friday. Saturday was watching winners and losers. And then Sunday was championship. Optic came into third, which was like a blessing and a curse. Obviously, I wanted them to win, but it was like the fact that they didn't was like kind of beneficial for me only because I got to fucking leave at the time that I did. Because if I didn't, the snowstorm and ice storm that fucking followed me drive, I had no business.
Shit worked out. Yeah.
Dude, I had no business being on that road Sunday night driving home. No business whatsoever. Like honestly, that was like some treacherous.
How many hours?
It was 90. No, it was 245 back, so it wasn't bad. It was just the fact that the weather was fucked. The weather was so fucked. Like it wasn't until I got to basically Connecticut that it was like just chill because I guess it just wasn't any snow. It was mostly rain. But between the snow and the fucking ice and just the roads, Nah,
Because it's coming
that's
from the east. So
treacherous
you got it
as
more on the east, and
yeah,
then when you drove
dude.
more inward, it was
It was chill. Yeah, exactly, and more south. So that's the thing. So it was treacherous as fuck, but I made it home okay. And then yeah, that was it. But the weekend was super dope. Really cool experience. Love to do it again. I'd love to check. I mean, Boston's dope too. Honestly, I've been to Boston before, but like especially even as an adult as well too. Saw a music event up there as well. So it's really dope. Obviously, people and everything, but it's busy. That's another thing too, man. Like driving in Boston is like driving in any other major city, pretty much. It's like it's always shit going down, especially on a weekend. A lot of people, small city streets, compact. Everybody's
what do they
there,
call
so it's
that
like
shit? Logic was a mass hole for a whole weekend. Is that what they call them? Mass holes? The
oh,
people
I
that
have no
like the
idea.
locals?
I have no
Yeah,
idea. Is that what they refer to them as? I have no
I
clue.
think that they call themselves mass holes or some shit like because
Either way,
it's the
I just,
assholes.
yeah, I just love the accent. That's it. That's why I'm there for the accent.
I've been
Everybody's
there one time, a very long time
yeah,
ago, for a Yankee game.
yeah.
I can't say my experience was as pleasant as
Well, I
yours.
mean, yeah, but you're probably dealing with a bunch of Red Sox fans. Not to say that they aren't all Red Sox
Yeah,
fans,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
but yeah, no,
yeah.
all my experiences with all the people that were living up there were pretty solid. Obviously, I ran into at the hotel I was staying at. The Yale basketball team was just there on the weekend. I guess they were playing up
Oh, they were
there.
just there chilling.
Yeah, they were just there. Just I'm assuming for a game up there, playing
Well, they're
probably
probably
like
doing a
BU
game.
or
Yeah,
something. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or playing Ivy, so they were probably playing fucking I forgot Harvard or something.
Harvard or
Yeah,
some
yeah,
Ivy
yeah, yeah.
school. Yeah,
Yeah, whatever Ivy
Princeton.
schools up there. No, I don't think Princeton's in Boston. Harvard is 100%.
Well, no, I mean I'm speaking of like the league, the Ivy League.
Oh yeah, yeah, the Ivy League, yeah, all the fucking
Yeah.
8 teams, yeah, yeah, yeah. But no, it was lit. It was super lit. A really fun experience. Honestly, I can't wait to go to another event. That was my first esports event ever too. Overall, Oxygen Esports. That's who puts it on. That's who owns Boston Breach. They put on a really good event, honestly. And the venue was great as well too. Can't complain. I mean, it got really busy like Saturday and stuff. A lot of people there. Seats were great anywhere you sat. I mean, at $150 for 4 days for general admission, and you could pretty much sit anywhere but the first like 4 rows in the middle. That was like reserved for VIP. But you could go
Yeah.
upstairs to the second or third level. Concession stands everywhere. I mean, listen, it's like when you go to any type of other venue,
I like those
food's gonna
events,
be
man, because
pricey, but
it feels open. It feels like here you go. Like it's not like if you go to a concert where you're restricted to certain areas,
yes,
or even a sports game, whatever. Like you're restricted to even a damn movie theater. You're restricted to certain areas.
right,
The way you're explaining it to me, it almost feels like you was like it was open, like you was
yeah,
able to walk around and experience the experience, like experience it like in a like the whole thing, 100%,
yeah,
without being limited to hey, I mean, unless there's a VIP section, I get it, extra money, whatever, I get all that,
yes,
but like the way you explained it to me, the actual structure was you're allowed to like go to the watch party,
yeah.
which normally places that charge for that type of shit. Saying what's up to the guys, the boys were right
No, I mean,
there.
yeah, boys are right there. Other pros too. Asim, who was playing for FaZe Black that weekend, and
FaZe Black.
Challengers, who ended up getting picked up. He's back in the league now again.
Yes.
So I saw him Saturday night. He was coming back from the House of Blues, which is where the Challengers event was. Saw him on the street, just right outside the MGM Music Hall. Like he was walking back that way. I was like, "Yo, Asim, you want to take a picture?" And he was like, "Yeah, absolutely." Came up. I was like, plus two, I thought he was like short and he's fucking taller than me. I was like, "That's pretty funny." I was like, "Let's go, let's take a picture." So
That's
he was
always
really
funny.
cool. That's always super funny. So took a picture with him, Clayster. Fucking that guy's fucking probably the oldest pro in the league right now. He's been doing it forever on Optic as well
who
too. He was
retired
old
this
school
past
IG. There's a
couple of
few people.
weeks? Yeah,
I don't know who actually. I don't know if
somebody
it
just
got
retired.
Rex. I don't recall per
They announced
se.
it I think they announced it over that weekend, or the weekend before. I'm not sure
They
which
did.
weekend.
Yeah, no, they did. I'm drawing a blank right now, unfortunately.
Yeah,
But Clay's pretty much one of the last like OGs, like from like original like COD
from
scene,
them days, man,
MLG
from
days.
the game battle days and shit. Yeah,
And he was super cool, man. He hung out on Sunday, even though his team wasn't still in it. He hung out to come take pictures with everybody at the venue on Sunday, which was dope. I saw him on Saturday. He was pretty chill. But yeah, man, overall, just a really dope experience. I really had a lot of fun.
you know what's
Um,
wild, bro? That we are sitting here talking about pro gamers, and in today's space, you can literally retire in that space, especially if you've been
oh
gaming
yeah,
that long. Like a legit earnings and
yeah.
retirement, because they claim all that shit. You have to.
Well, yeah, but
and
also
just
too, if you built like what Hex from
a
Optic
brand.
does,
Yeah.
if you build your name up to be a brand, then there's a lot for you to do after your professional career. And
Which
you know
is
what I mean?
honestly what everybody should be doing. I don't care
Yes.
what job you have in your life, you should be building up your
Yeah,
name. You are
yeah.
a brand. You should always be building that up, bro.
If you're
Always.
in that space, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Or I mean, listen, there's also people that are young enough. I mean, a lot of those pros are retiring and they're still in their 20s. Like imagine like you're retiring from your competitive scene because
That's
you've been
what I'm
playing
saying,
since you were
bro. And I'm
14
45 away, like
and you're
try to get
yeah,
550 fucking subs.
right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, baby steps. But
Baby
yeah,
steps,
no.
man.
Overall really
Everybody
funny.
starts somewhere.
Yeah, really fun experience. I can't wait to do it again. I think if there's another major next year, if they do Boston again, I mean that's it. Now, honestly, the dream is to go to Texas now to go to an actually Optic major.
That would be the shit.
That's a dream.
Woo!
So hopefully next year, because next year I'd have to assume that they're gonna be back
Bro, speak it.
for Texas.
Bucket
Yeah,
list,
no,
man.
that's
Bucket
not
list.
even. Yeah, no, that's on some real shit. I will definitely hop on a plane and be down there for a weekend.
I might
for
just
sure.
join you.
That's what I'm saying.
I might just join you.
You know what I mean? So that's definitely the goal for sure. Plus, a little warmer weather too. But yeah, man.
That part, yeah.
Yeah.
That
But yeah,
venue's
man.
huge too.
Oh yeah, the venue that they play at too, in Arlington.
Isn't that like the
esports
headquarters?
arena.
One of the headquarters?
Well, yeah, they also have like a lease to like play out of that building too. Like so it's dead ass, like almost like a home
Right.
stadium. It's
Like
crazy.
a hub.
Yeah. I
Nice.
mean, and their offices are right next to fucking where the Mavericks play. They literally, it's right there at their offices. Optic HQ is right next door to where the Mavs play at the American Airlines. So
Pretty dope, man.
shit is
That
crazy. But
weekend
yeah,
weekend's lit, man.
dude, shout out to Oxygen Esports. Shout out to Boston Breach for hosting a dope event, man. CDL, it was cool. It sucks though, unfortunately, just how the scene is. Unfortunately, with Call of Duty and a lot of that news, and I guess we could kind of really talk on that too when we get to like the Activision talk as well.
Oh
but
yeah, definitely.
listen, I'll say this, like Activision Esports division had 72 people. Before that weekend, after that weekend, come that Wednesday, the esports division got knocked down to 12 people.
Yeah.
And I don't think, talent is still there, obviously, but like, because that all counts, obviously. Like, they're all CDL, that's all Activision employees, technically.
No, that's the part I want to speak on because it's not just what we know. Oh, the gaming side of things. It's more than just.
It's more than just the gaming side. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot more livelihood stuff at stake there than just the developers. But man, that sounded like a dope weekend.
It was.
No, it doesn't sound like it was a dope weekend.
It was.
I was idly sitting by my phone waiting for pictures.
No, I was sending you every minute. I was.
Definitely. I was like, oh, and the one picture was pretty cool because I was like, did he acknowledge you and like say what's up when you took the picture? Because he was literally looking at you.
Yeah. No, and also I wasn't trying to be that guy too that was like fucking with them like while they were streaming.
Yeah.
Wasn't trying to be too parasocial.
Yeah, but I'm sure they understand. I mean, it is a social event, public event, but at the same time, the respect, that space. Yeah. That's cool. Nice, man.
But yeah, so
that's all you did, bro? That's all you did?
Yeah, no, literally, it was an event. Nah, chill. You're right, exactly. That's all I did. Like drive out to Boston. Yeah, no, and that was it. And then, honestly, and then I kind of just kicked it back and stuff like that. It was cool. Just have a weekend to myself too. Obviously, I didn't go with anybody. It's definitely dope too, like if other people are into it, but not everybody that like I know like doesn't watch like competitive
you went by yourself?
Call of Duty. I went by myself.
I thought you went with like somebody. Yeah.
I was out there. I was out there in these streets. I don't care.
I
was out there. So yeah, so that was pretty.
It was. And I guess I put on my bucket list. Next time you won't be by yourself.
That's what I'm saying.
That's my goal.
That's what's up. But yeah, man. What you been up to?
Me, playing some games like I always do. Caught up to some. Man, I went backlog on my shit. I caught up to Evil Within.
Okay.
And played part 2. I'm currently finishing up on part 1. Did that. So I did that, and then I picked up a game that most people say was gonna be shit, but Suicide Squad picked that up. I've been playing it on my P5. Dope game. Talk about that. Played that, and then finishing up and finalizing some personal stuff on my side, which I really want to talk about. Not really want to talk about, but I want to say it because our listeners need to understand that after today's pod, there might be a slight pause, or there will be a slight pause.
A little hiatus.
There'll be a hiatus, and not the not the usual week off, come back. It'll be until I figure shit out. But I just told us some logic. It was supposed to be for the 19th, but it got moved up to the 12th, which is next Monday. I'll be out there Tuesday, but I am temporarily relocating to New York, in the Bronx. I'll be out there for the temporary moment. I'll be there for a minute. But I'm moving out there to the Bronx. Excited about that because I don't know if for those who've been following us and been listening to us for a while, or are brand new to the channel and listening for the first time, or just didn't hear us talk about this when we first started this pod 3 years ago? Fuck, 3 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago. I don't know.
About three years now, I think.
Me and Logic has been like, we've been like around each other on the gaming scene, like what, 15 years now, 20?
We've never met each other in real life.
Never met each other in real life at all. Like,
Yeah.
like not once met. Like I've been in New York. He's been in New York. We've been there. Like it's been one of those things. He ended up, moving for a while to Vegas, and then like, I came back to Florida. Like that kind of stuff happened. But I've never met up with him, and it's embarrassing, yes. But I plan on changing that. As part of this temporary relocation I'm doing to New York, we are going to meet up and we are going to chill. I know he's not in the Bronx, but I can still find my way there and chill with him a little bit. So the pod situation will be on like a little hiatus for a little bit until I figure out what we're gonna do and how we're gonna do it. But I tell you this: that next pod, once it comes back up, it's gonna be lit because it's gonna be like us there, like there. We're gonna be there, so it's gonna be cool. And I'm gonna be out in them streets, like most people say, out in the streets.
Right.
But yeah, man, temporarily relocating to New York. That's the plan. I do go out next Tuesday or Monday. The plan was a plane, but if y'all know Sensei, I don't do planes, bro. I don't do planes. I don't do planes at all. Like I know Logic knows this, but planes are a scary thing to me, man. And my mom had that plan for me for a while. She goes, "We're gonna get you on a plane on the 19th, and you're gonna fly here. Boom, boom, boom. Get you situated." And I'm like, yeah, ma, that's cool. That's cool. But in the back of her head, I'm like, that's not cool. I ain't getting no. I'm a chicken shit when it comes to planes, bro. So my wife was like, "There's another option." I'm like, "What's that other option?" She goes, "Amtrak," and I'm like, "Oh." And I've driven back and forth to New York several times. Back in my prime days, in a 24-hour drive. If you're driving me, it's 18 hours. I cut corners. But a 24-hour train ride is not bad because it gives me my space. I have a charging port. I can play with my phone and watch shows and TVs and all that kind of stuff. And I can sleep in it in the train and everything. But 24 hours is not bad for me. But I'll be there. I'll be in New York in the next week. I'll be there.
Yeah.
So that's the big, personal announcement I had to make. But as far as the gaming side, man, been playing a lot of Suicide Squad with my bro. Shout outs to him. He was able to get that for me, and we've been playing that together, co-oping. So it was really, really a surprise when he was like, "Hey, man, I got you that Suicide Squad." So we playing that, and I'll tell you this, Logic. I know I hit you up yesterday. If you don't have, and I don't mean this in the wrong way, if you don't have peeps that play games like this, that won't play or won't pick this game up, and you're playing solo, it can get really repetitive in the sense of, I'm playing this by myself and there's so many cool moments that I want to share with others, but I'm not. I'm playing it by myself. I've been gaming for quite a while solo, and I have no problem with that, no qualms. But I can see how somebody can pick this game up and doesn't have buddies that are playing this game with them, that it can get to that point. It's like, okay, I'm gonna turn it off and play later on, that kind of stuff. But when you're playing with a buddy, like I was playing with my brother, and I'm like, we're going on. The story in this game is solid, by the way. It's so cool. Without getting into the whole spoilers, because I'm not gonna do that, but it's cool. The actual title spoils it. Kill the Justice League. So you're literally killing the Justice League. But you know me, I don't get into the whole politics of the game. I don't get into the whole reviews of it and how somebody viewed it and why they didn't get review codes. I can give two shits about all that. I've said that many times. I don't rely on reviews. If you go into this game blinded and not looking for researching shit on other people's opinions, and you just want to play a game and chill with your boys, it's a good game. It's nothing like Gotham Knights. It's definitely nothing like Avengers the game, like some have explained it. The end game in this is fucking packed, like no other live service game I've ever played before. There's a lot of things to do from day one. I haven't ended the game yet, but the way the game keeps me going and the story related stuff is really good. And I've already read up on the end game stuff. I'm going, holy shit, there's a lot to do for the end game. And the little stuff they give you, the power-ups and the synergies, like you can literally synergize like Bane's power with somebody else's power. It's really cool in that sense. But again, if you don't have a buddy to play this with, I can totally understand that. I get that. But I will say this: if you are planning on picking this up, try to avoid the common folks of the reviews, whether it be Twitter haters or like the normal IGN Kotaku shit, or some other random dude that didn't pick up the game and then they picked it up just to hate on it. Just avoid that if you are gonna pick it up and go with it with a blank like give yourself that opportunity to play the game and experience it yourself. And I get it. These games are $70 these days, but I will always say this: it's a hobby. Gaming is a hobby. It's not a necessity. It's a luxury. So if you are not able to afford the game, then don't do it. Don't go out there spending your lunch money to play a game to then go, damn, Sensei was fucking wrong. No, don't do that. Just go out there, and if you got the money to spend and you like playing these type of games like the Gotham Knights and the what do you call that? I just mentioned it, the Avengers game, those type of games. Go ahead and pick it up. It's fun. It's a fun game. It's not meant to break the mold. It's not meant to be something different or game of the year. None of that shit. It's a fun packed game that you're gonna enjoy if you have buddies playing with you. It's a lot of laughing involved because comedy in the game, but that kind of stuff. So that's my short review on Suicide Squad. I had to put that out there because there's a lot of disingenuous thoughts and reviews out there when it comes to this game. Like for instance, IGN. Those dudes are clown, bro. Can I say that?
I mean, yeah, for sure, absolutely. I mean, and that's the thing too with reviews and stuff like it's subjective, right? It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea.
It's subjective,
and
also, and I will go to an IGN review and be like, oh, that makes sense. And I'll read. I'm not one of those that read the tagline and be like, oh, when I get triggered, I'll read the article and be like, I see the points that they're trying to point, but this is stupid. This is all right. I'll do that. Unfortunately, not many people do that. But in this case, it's like nobody got a review code, but they're out there being weird about it. Like, they didn't send us a review code. No, they didn't send everybody a review code. And then like Destin going out there and tweeting shit like, we should be worried
stoking the fire. Yeah, stoking the fire.
Right. Like
bit. I mean,
now you're what you're doing is you're fear mongering. Like you're doing this. You didn't get a review code, great.
But he was also talking about it from a place of like, I work for this company, not like my personal opinion. Right. And then he was trying to make it be like, oh, this should be a worrisome thing in the industry because it's like
something like
journalists, like, oh, we're journalists, we're supposed to, you should be giving this to us. It's like, it's like for when they send out
the entitlement.
When they send out the fucking videos for all the movies that come out in the year, and to the people that actually do nominations for like all the award shows, and then it always says at the beginning for your consideration. Remember, you used to get the fucking bootleg.
Right.
You used to get the bootlegs, and the bootlegs would be like for your consideration because somehow, some way, whoever the fuck was on one of those panels, like they considered, they were like, well, I guess I should just share this with the fucking world. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was their consideration. They were like, oh, I guess everybody should be able to see this and not have to go pay for it in the movie theater. Like,
I guess where I take issue with. And I'll say Destin again because I take issue with it because the way he went about his business. I get what he was saying with the reviews and not getting a code. I get that. And there's people out there that worry about somebody else's opinion and they want to get a game because of somebody else's opinion. I get all that. But it's like what he did was kind of weird because like he ended up buying the game because he's like, oh, I'm still going to buy the game and I'm still going to review it. Then great, do that. He bought the game and literally was spoiling it for everybody. Like, oh, it's not cool that you could do this. It's not cool that you could do that. Oh my God, this guy, it's like, yo, what are you doing right now? That's the part that I was like, this is weird behavior because like it almost comes across as spite. Like, okay, I got slighted by not getting a code. Now I'm gonna pay my own money and I'm entitled to say whatever I want because I paid my money in the game, which you are. But damn it, if you're spoiling the game for people who actually give a shit about playing video games and getting entertained by video games, and don't give two craps about the political side of things or the trendiness of I'm hating the game just because somebody else told me to hate on it. Like, I will always turn a blind eye to anybody who comes to me with a review that's like, if you didn't play the game and your review and your opinion is based on this review, I may listen to you less. Right. Because it's like you didn't play the game, you don't have hands-on it, but you are telling me you're repeating what this guy said.
Yeah. And
that's when I get turned off. Like I told you this much. Like when it comes to game reviews, I trust you guys, my circle, because I know you guys' taste. Been gaming with you for 15 plus years, so I know the taste you guys have.
Yeah.
Which if you are for reviews, that's how I do it. I never ever go to a stranger, especially a gaming media today, whether it be Kotaku, whether it be IGN, or any of these other publications, where they're doing a disservice to the game because they're feeling a type of way. And it's the same people too. It'd be like, oh, IGN sucks reviews, but then when it aligns with your opinion all of a sudden they're good. It's the weird part to me. It's like, and then it's the constant bashing of a game for someone who says I'm not interested in it, but yet you're spam tweeting my timeline over and over again about the game you say you didn't care about.
Yeah, I mean, you
Why?
know what that is too, because at the end of the day, it's just it could be whether we call it impression farming, whether it's just like one of those things. It just ended up being the thing to talk about.
Oh, definitely
You know
impression,
what I mean?
especially if they got a blue check. Unfortunately, especially if they got a blue
Yeah.
check, that's a
I mean,
stigma now. But
right.
it's one
It
of those
just
things.
it literally,
like, yeah.
you know, it ends up just, you know, carrying on the conversation and stuff like that. And that's another thing too. There's a lot of times where you'll see people make comments about things that they didn't play. I mean, listen, at the end of the day too, I mean, I might be
That's
a
not
little
just
bit at
game.
fault.
I mean,
Well,
we're
no,
talking about
but
full-on
no,
console
exactly.
warring
But
too.
even
Like some
like
people don't even own
but
these
like the
consoles
PAL, you know,
nowadays.
listen, the PAL world thing, you know, and all of that stuff. Like,
Yes.
listen,
Yeah,
I'm over here like I'm talking about it based off the little bit that I've watched people play of it and stuff like that. And there are a lot of people that is, you know, just trying to rope me into it. I got a couple of people in my ear now who's like, oh, come on, let's try it. And I'm like, no, I don't want to fucking do it.
I'm
I
good.
don't want to do it. I'm good. I'm good. I'm playing. I got games I want to play. I don't want to
Please
play
leave me
that.
alone.
I don't want to play that. I'm sure it's good. I'm glad that you're enjoying
Like
it.
respect that I don't want to play that.
I don't want to play it. I don't want to play it, and it's great. And I'm not going to shit on it and hate on it and stuff like that.
Hell
and talk.
no,
I'm just,
no.
I don't want to play it. I don't want to play it. And I don't feel, and that's another thing too, where it's like just a lot of people just because it's new and it's exciting and stuff like that. And you know, and it's great that it's actually.
Yeah, we got to be careful with that because it's always that. It's some of the games that come out nowadays. It's sometimes it's because of that. It's because of the trendy stuff. Like, well, it's 4 or 5 million, 6 million people playing it. It means it's cool. Not necessarily. It just means it's trending right now because a lot of streamers are playing it. They're making it popular. There's a lot of eyes on it right now. That doesn't mean it's a good game. I'm not saying it's a bad game because I didn't play it, and I'm not gonna shit on something I have not played or review it because I didn't play it. I don't know what the game plays like. I literally don't know. I tried it. I'll be honest with you. The last pod we had, I went on my Game Pass PC, downloaded it. I'm gonna give it a good old, try, and shit wouldn't load up, black screen every time. And they said they updated it. It works now. The black screen shouldn't be there. Still a black screen. And then I get my son going, why don't you just play it on Xbox? I don't want to play it on Xbox.
Right.
I want to play it on my PC. Like by the way, I've been playing a lot of PC games lately on the Game Pass. Yeah, I've been doing that side. So I'm like slowly like,
listen, it's like a gateway drug. It's like, you know, you start with one and you're like, oh wait, I can play this one. Oh wait, this game will work. Oh wait, I can play this game now.
Dude,
like,
I could play PlayStation games on it. I
Not
can play
not
Xbox
me,
games on it. I can
and
play
not me.
Steam games on it.
Yeah, and this is another conversation that we'll have eventually, maybe even later on in this podcast. But like, not me. Last week, explaining to a customer of mine like the benefits of like Game Pass on PC, and like him just being like completely like just overwhelmed with like, wait, there's this many games. Like I literally just pulled up the website, showed him how many games are available
especially
on PC.
You work at the forefront, the retail store. How many people don't know about this?
They were like, wait, it's only $1 for the first month. I said, yeah. And wait, and I get to play all of these games. Yeah, and there's no time. No,
just ready. Ready.
Oh, and then how much is it every
there.
month after that? Oh, it's $10 a month. Oh, and do the math. $10 a month. It's $120 a year. That's
but I don't want an Xbox. I don't want to own an Xbox to play Game Pass. No, you don't.
You don't have
You
to.
don't.
You don't have to.
No. And it's
Right?
cheaper.
And it's cheaper.
Right?
But
It's
you know,
cheaper,
it was like,
$10.
but you don't own your games. Yeah, and I don't own the movies that I watch
Oh,
either. I don't own the TV
movies,
shows that I stream either. I don't own the music
music.
that I stream either. Like what the like
Oh,
I
by
mean,
the
what
way,
are
you know
we-
that shit you fall asleep to every night? The brown sound, the black sound, or whatever sound you listen to
Yeah,
at
the
night?
white
You don't pay
noise.
for that.
Yeah.
None of
or
that
unless
pay for.
or unless you have the app that you
Or own.
fucking you somebody else talking to you. Like the little that one, the clear or
I
whatever.
tried that. I'm laughing because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
tried it. That's a weird shit, bro. I tried it because my
Yeah.
it was recommended by my sister, and I'm going,
yeah.
nah.
But yeah,
this
just
is-
to bring. I mean,
I
listen,
tried it.
I'm glad that you're having. I was gonna say your Suicide Squad experience is kind of just live service in general. I think there are certain live
is.
service
It
games that
is.
kind of perform better.
No surprises. Yeah.
That perform better as a solo experience. I feel like for me personally, like Division was one of those games. Like Division, I feel like you could definitely play solo, but it's definitely a lot more fun.
Oh, and they
with
give you
people.
the AI. The AI is there with you.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
whoever
yeah.
you pick, that other three will be AI. So they're
Right.
always with you, reviving you. It doesn't really feel like a live. It is a live service, but
Right.
they try their
It's-
best not to make it feel that way.
Yeah, but it is. And
it is.
listen, and I don't know who over here was asking fucking Rocksteady for a live service game. It's cool that they did
Nobody.
it. I don't think,
Nobody.
I don't think anybody. I think we were asking for Superman. I think we were asking for a lot of other things before we got this shit. So it's like
Flash, fucking
something.
everything else but that.
Right. I
I
mean,
mean,
I
you got the
understand.
Teen Titans right there in your face. Come on.
I mean, that's fine. But listen, I digress. I mean, it's one of those things. I'm like, cool. I'm like, all right, that's what you made. Great. It's cool. And maybe, if it comes to PC, because I don't know if there's any talk about it hitting PC. Or is it on Suicide Squad? Is Suicide Squad on PC
I
actually?
think I read something where
Or it will be?
it just came out for PC like Friday, I think.
See, this is
Or
how much I'm in tune with.
I think I read it. I've read that it's on PC now. It's like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
on
yeah, it's on.
PC.
I'm sorry, it's on Steam. Maybe so. It's $70 on Steam right now. I have no want to try to download that game currently, but I have a feeling like sometime maybe even around like the E3 ish time, what would have been E3 essentially, rip E3. I will.
Rest in peace.
I know, rest in peace, E3. I will probably buy this game like at a discount. This will probably be like one of those like, oh, it's $35 now on Steam.
And I would encourage that. Like if
Right.
if you buy it, if it's like this, and I mean heavily discounted.
Yeah, heavily discounted.
$40.
Like it's got to be a 50% discount. It's got to be a 50% discount
off,
minimum. Yeah,
that kind of shit.
And
I will
then
definitely encourage you to get that because I will play it with you. Like I will literally because it's fun with friends.
Is there co-op between PC and
yes,
PS5?
crossplay.
Oh, that's really dope. Yeah.
It just doesn't have cross progression, which I hate. That's the next progression. They need to start as natural as crossplay is becoming now, or organic it's becoming in these games. Cross progression should be the next step of it being included because right now, like I'm playing on P5.
Yeah.
If I ever decide to get the achievements on that and I want to play it on the Xbox, I literally have to restart the whole game again because it doesn't get cross progression. Like I can cross play it with PC, PlayStation, Xbox. That is all good. But the progression I do on any of those consoles, I don't get it again. Like I have to restart the whole thing again. And it's weird because WB, and you have to link your account to WB when you start up the game, or any WB as of late. So I would think, maybe it's cross progression. I guess they don't have the capabilities of the cloud service type of stuff to do that kind of thing, or they don't have the resources. Now that we're cutting the fuck everybody out of their jobs. So I don't think they have the resources for that. So that's the only thing I wish in the future that's the next step in crossplay. That cross progression becomes a thing. I know Call of Duty does it. Like if you link up your account, and I
everything
PlayStation and switch to Xbox, I'm still the same level.
But Bungie did it with Destiny, but it took them. But Bungie didn't have it right away. It took Bungie forever. Okay, so it took them forever. It's not an easy thing to do per se. But it's something that, like you said, you'd wish that more people actually, or more developers kind of, did.
Or at least plan for it. Maybe it doesn't have to be launched, but plan for it. Like say, hey, we have an idea of how to do this, and we want to implement it, but it's gonna take a while.
Right.
Like I get that because it is not an easy task. I know it's not easy. I'm not being blinded here, but it's I wish that was that needs to be the next step in crossplay progression. Right before or right after you stop on the Xbox side, at least stop forcing people to play cross-play with everybody. Like stop that. Like let me control that. If I want to play with certain like consoles or platforms, please let me do that. I don't want to be forced into playing.
What does that do? Hold on, but that does something. Doesn't that hurt the online population of games?
It does. Really does. It really fucking does.
Are we being
even
sarcastic?
Though like games on COD, I think
I'm being sarcastic.
The majority I think is on console. I would assume. I don't know.
I mean, I was being sarcastic, but it's like, listen, at the end of the day, too, it's like, because now once everybody cracked that code, because that's the Fortnite code, the crossplay. That was, before. Before it was, what was it? Fucking Shadow. What's the game? Help me out. What was the one of the first games that had it? Shadow something. Shadow.
On crossplay?
Yeah. It was
a shooter?
No, it was not really a shooter. I didn't fucking play the game. Shadow something. Somebody help me out, chat. Draven, somebody, please, chat.
I'm thinking Shadow of Mordor.
No, it's a Shadow.
I know that's
game.
not it.
It had crossplay between Xbox and fucking PC. It was like one of the first.
Wait, are you
games.
talking about Shadowrun?
Is that? Yeah, there you go. Shadowrun.
The 360 game where that shit was 360 with PC.
Yeah, with PC. Yeah, Shadowrun. Yeah, that was if you think about it, that was
you're right.
That was the fucking infancy of it.
Not the Shadow we got now. That shit.
No.
The Shadow from back in the days. Yeah.
Yes, from back in the days. Like, and then but then I guess to bring it more current, it's the Fortnite effect. It's like, oh look, we have all of these players, on all these different consoles and stuff. Fucking Fortnite, and then it's like, oh, let's just make them all play together. right? And then let's just,
Yep.
because everybody's playing anyway, so it's like, oh yeah, let's allow it. So it doesn't matter if you're on a PlayStation or an Xbox or a Switch, you could just play with each other. You know what I mean? So it's like it has those type of benefits because it's like it doesn't force you. Those games allow you to play with each other and doesn't force you to buy another system. That was cool, for that aspect.
But I mean, it's like
But
you still got to buy the game. Is what I'm saying. Like it's
Yeah.
not like I'm getting a game one time on one platform and it's like across platform.
Yeah.
I'm playing. I gotta play it again and again if I want to play it on a different platform.
Yeah.
The cross progression shouldn't be that. It's weird. It's like you're still getting your money, buddy. Like you still got a store in your console ecosystem. Like I still
Yes.
have to go if I want to buy microtransactions. It's your store I'm going to within the game, but it's your console that's getting the profits from it or whatever the cut they get from it. Like it's still that. Like the game itself, I gotta buy it. The cross progression shouldn't be a thing. One thing I want to harp on before we move on from Suicide Squad. Some of the things they do that's cool for me. Two cool things. They did the Halo thing with the season pass.
Yep.
Which is it doesn't expire, so you buy it, it's yours,
That's
and you can
dope.
go back to it whenever you want.
And grind it. Yep.
To me, that's like that should have been a Fortnite thing in the first place, but it's weird. It's not. But that's one cool thing. Another, if you're co-oping with a buddy and you got to get offline, but I'm still gaming and I collect some loot, let's say a weapon that I think might benefit you or gear, I can literally give that to you when you log back on. I can just
it's shared.
transfer it to
It's
you.
shared loot. You could transfer. That's
shared
really
loot,
dope.
and I'm going. That's cool because if
Yeah.
I go on and get something, I know that you like your shotguns.
Yep.
I know your stats. I'm going. Oh, but I got legendary. I don't use shotguns, but I know Logic does.
Yeah.
Boom.
That's dope.
Next time you log on, your Logic, I got something for you. Boom. It's yours.
That's
That
pretty
part,
dope.
those two things are really cool. I think those are the two things that like distinguishes these kind of live service games. Like they made it unique to this live service game, so it's cool.
Yeah. No, it's super dope. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I will definitely play this game. I'm not playing it at its current price, and also because of just how my back catalog and just certain games are right now currently, it's just not in the cards for me at this moment.
You already know. I've been playing fucking Evil Within 1 and 2. Like I'm
Yeah.
enjoying it. Like on my PC, I'm going, man, this game. Like I played one that like a long time ago. I did not enjoy it. I was like,
Yeah.
this is not what I want to play. When it first came out, like in 2017 or whatever, didn't enjoy it. And then when 2 came out, I played that. I'm like, yo, this is a lot better because it opened up more, less linear, and like a lot more pathways you can go to and visit different things. And I was like, I like this one. But then for whatever reason, I stopped playing it. And then I went back to it. And I ended up finishing. I'm like, oh, this game was super, super cool. And I was like, man, now I need to fill in the gap. So I went back to 1 to understand what was going on. But yeah, man, that's pretty much I've been doing backlog type of stuff, achievements. Last month I finished with and I know I'll probably get shit for this, but like 100,000 gamer score for the month of January. But mostly, those $5 games or whatever and title updates, that kind of stuff. Because if you don't know, when it comes to these $5 games, they'll ship it at 1,000 G.
Yeah.
And then as the months go by, they'll update the game absolutely free, and they'll add another 1,000, and then update it again another 1,000. So it'll finish like at 5,000 Gs.
I mean, people that get pissed off at that need to be pissed off at Xbox for allowing developers to do that. Like don't hate
that's
the player,
not a gamer thing. That's a developer thing.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Exactly.
Literally.
But there's always hate for everything in this world, and that's including achievements. Because Jesus, there's people out there just in a fucking conundrum because wow, you're getting that many achievements. It's like, okay, yeah, with my money and my Xbox.
I thought you were about to hit me with a joke, with a Joker quote. Be like, in a society.
I
thought we were going back on Suicide Squad theme. I was like, wait a second.
No, I'm done with Suicide Squad. That's my sales pitch for the game.
Very good.
If you have a co-op buddy, play it. If you don't, you're not gonna enjoy it. That's my sales pitch.
Right.
Unless you're in those type of games and you're like me, I literally sit down and play whatever the fuck you send at me, and I'll play it and enjoy it. If I can play it, if you send me a game that you think I'm gonna like, then my type of game, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna enjoy it. Like if I don't enjoy it, I turn it off and move on. I'm not gonna sit here and just gripe about it. Like it's the shittiest game, and look at what corporate did, and look who got hired, and nope, don't care. It's cool for conversations with my boys, but when it's outside of that bubble, it's like it just becomes no nuances, nothing gets spoken. Aside from it sucks, and it doesn't allow for an open conversation of what sucks about it. No, it just sucks. Well, what sucks about it? I didn't play it. Everybody else is saying it sucks. Look at
Yeah.
Twitter; it has so many dislikes. Okay, that's cool, but Twitter is not the whole world, right? It's not the whole world.
Be like, yeah, it
It's
is.
just it's a trend machine. It's all it is. It's like I see everybody doing this because people understand there are people out there that troll, and it's a thing for them. Like they can care less about how you feel. Bad. They don't care about the game. They just want to troll your feelings, like your emotions. And obviously, in the gaming world, it's including sports and most recently, fucking WWE. I don't know if you follow, but yeah, it's they play on emotions. It's one of those things where it's like, and most recently now with WWE, I don't know if you follow, but what happened with The Rock?
I didn't see. I saw your tweet. I didn't know.
Oh yeah, there's a whole story out with on WWE. Cody is wanting to finish his story, right? And his story is he fought Roman Reigns a few years back in WrestleMania. He lost it.
Yeah.
Right. He got his game now, WWE 2K24. He's on the cover. It's his game.
Yeah.
Finish the story. He won the Royal Rumble. So he wants to face Roman Reigns. That's his guy. He wants to go for the rematch.
Right.
WrestleMania this year. Unfortunately, he came out on SmackDown to announce that. And him himself was like, you know what? I'm going to go after your title, Roman, but not WrestleMania. There's somebody else that you know dearly that wants you back. And then Rock's music hits. He comes out. Crowd pops. Big pop. But then after the show goes off, the YouTube video gets disliked, like by hundreds of thousands disliked. So now we are the assumption, if you're on that side of the crowd, that it's a bad thing to do that. I want Cody to be the guy. Like, it's just, that's the assumption. There's no more room for conversation. Now, I'm wrong. I mean, I don't care. Either way, I don't care. I've watched wrestling long enough to know there's a story to be told here.
Yeah.
And there's a bigger picture here, but a lot of people who don't care about that longer story and are in that moment are like, oh, no, this is the wrong move. Look, 400,000 dislikes. I'm right. And it doesn't allow for that conversation to happen. It's like, well, how about if it's a longer story? How about if we be getting swerved? It's wrestling, for God's sakes.
I mean,
we could probably be getting swerved.
I mean, I hate to be that person too, but this is like when you used to pick up the magazines in the grocery store that would tell you about the soap operas
and who's leaving
and stuff like that, and then you'd realize, like, because that same soap operas are the same thing.
Why is Melina dying? What the fuck? Well, that's Days of Our Lives, but yeah.
Well, that's right. But this is what I'm saying, and it's like, and then they had that conversation. Except for now, like, you didn't have the megaphone, which is fucking Twitter or YouTube.
By the way, me
like,
and Logic watched Days of Our Lives religiously back in the days.
I mean, I didn't watch Days of My. I mean, I was definitely in All My Children. Like, that was
okay,
it.
Okay,
it was All My Children.
Me and Logic soap opera back in the days.
It was definitely All My Children. It was definitely it was definitely fucking General Hospital. Okay, General Hospital was all my. It was all my.
GH baby, that's my shit.
You know what I mean, you just gotta know. And I'm not obviously that, like, I'm just old enough to just remember, like, that was like the shit that, like, my grandmother and, like, my aunt would, like, watch and stuff, and you would just know. Even, like, my mom would tune in some time to time. But yeah, from storylines and shit like that, it's it's crazy. But listen, you can't appease everybody, right? This is you make a story.
400,000 dislikes. That means that it's wrong. That story cannot happen. We want Cody, which I'm all for that because I want Cody. I want Cody to win. I'm a big Rock fan, but I want Cody to finish the story. But how about if the story is
what's gonna sell more fucking peacocks,
belt, right? On Raw, beats him. And then goes after Roman to unify the titles and beats Roman. Like, that's a bigger story for Cody for me.
Yeah, but what's going to sell more? What's going to sell more? What's going to sell more peacocks though?
Rock, definitely The Rock.
Okay,
Rock and Roman because he has to dethrone the tribal chief. That's acknowledge me bullshit. Yeah,
right.
He has to dethrone that. So yeah, Peacock sells that. By the way, if you're not up in the news, WWE Raw,
Netflix 2025.
Yeah, no commercials. That's a big win.
Yeah.
And it might be more mature content. The whole cursing and shit might happen. So that's something to look forward to.
There you go. Just bring a couple of Brits in. There you go. Thank you, Jenna. See, some people care about what we talk about. Just need a couple of Brits. See, we got
Jenna be up on he'd be on the
Jenna, all of them, Ash, all of them,
they'll
man.
all be on
They're all on it. They're all on it, man.
He's all emotional about it. Oh, I want Cody. Like, we all want Cody, bro. But it's gonna happen. Just gotta give it some time. Were you one of those that went on YouTube and hit dislike on it, buddy? Was that you? Like,
what is it, like a fine
wine? Did you open up multiple YouTube accounts and went dislike? Was that you?
Yeah, Jenna was all the 400,000 dislikes. It was Jenna. Listen, by the way, Jenna, if you feel like doing anything else on YouTube with those 400,000 accounts, could you get us to 1,000, please? Thank you.
Get us to 1,000 subs.
Yeah, just 1,000. I don't need 400,000. I just need okay, so 200,000.
Well,
I just need 1,000, Jenna.
Just
when you're ready.
Just 500 and
Yeah.
My math is bad. 93? Just
Yeah,
593.
593.
Yeah. That's what I mean from those
493 actually. 493.
493 from the half. That's all.
It's okay.
Just
Listen.
that. Just that.
Yes.
You know. But yeah, man, that's that. It in today's society, that's where we at. Emotions sell. Like when you trigger somebody's emotions, good or bad, it sells, man. It's
Yeah.
one of those things where we're along for the ride and it's cool. Like it was a big conversation, that Raw thing, that SmackDown thing, between me and Nick. Like we just Nick is all hating and he's like, oh man, Rock, and I'm a big fan, but I'm here like, yo, you gotta. I'm that guy. I'm the big brother. Like, yo, you gotta understand that shit like this happens for a reason. Like at the end, it's gonna be all worth it. No, it's like one of those back and forth. Like, okay, man, like I'm trying to be cool about it. Like I want Cody to win. Was I mad? Fuck yeah, I was mad. It's the dumbest thing to do. But I also understand business, and you're not gonna pay for Peacock if it's. I mean, those fans will, but like the casuals that have not watched wrestling in forever. Wait, The Rock at WrestleMania? I'm in. Where? Peacock? I'm buying it. That's how it is, man. That's business.
Hey, listen, speaking of business, let's pay some bills real quick. This podcast is brought to you by Evolve Gaming, evolvecomputer.com. Listen, you guys want a gaming PC? Been looking for a gaming PC? Don't want to build it yourself? evolvecomputer.com or gaming.evolvecomputer.com. Use code STP75 at checkout for $75 off your order. How's that sound?
That was nice. I like the delivery. Nice, right? I like that. That was good.
That
was smooth. Dude, with the new mic too. That shit sounds so great. Mic.
Hey, listen, man. I'm trying. I'm out here in these streets.
I did pin it. So if you guys forgot, if you guys want to rewind it or don't want to rewind it, it's up there.
We're clipping it. It's all right. We're gonna clip champ
and we're clipping that. So that's a good clip. That's a good. That's why I stood shut. I was let me stay quiet. He's in his bag.
That's right, man. You like that? All right. Oh, and let's shout out the chat real quick. Listen, Jenna, thank you for stopping by. Of course, Fastback, thank you. What's up, man? Timber Brazil, Shinrock, what's up, brother? My brother, actually, Unit Draven, what's up, bro? And yeah, anybody else that's hanging out in here, man, thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate you guys.
I think my brother said he was listening in. He doesn't like chatting, so if he is listening, Isa, what's up? Thank you, brother, man, for being the best sibling I can ever have in my life. And don't tell that to our sisters and other brother. But yeah, man, that's it, man. Thanks for guys for joining in. That's the show. We'll see you guys.
We'll see you guys in a month. we'll see you guys in a month once we figure our shit out. Now that we actually we have topics. That was a thing.
I think we started and we like some of it. Then we did it.
This is how you know. Like, all right, where's my bookmarks? I don't even. All right, what was it?
Hold on. Okay, we come up with the topics, right?
What was the title? I have to look at the YouTube to see like what the title. All right, so we talked about Boston, a little bit, which we talked about.
Modern Warfare Season 2.
All right,
and the ActiBlizz news, obviously.
Do we want to do
part, which I think we got into the more part already.
All right, so do we want to do sad then? I guess kind of happy, or happy then sad. I mean, and just or not. I mean,
we could do happy, which is, or I don't know if this is happy or not.
Well, I don't know if it's happy or not, but season 2. Yeah, I guess we could talk about season 2.
Yes,
I don't know if I want to end with toxicity though. To be honest, I mean, there's other shit we could talk about past ActiBlizz, but it's like.
Let's do ActiBlizz. I think ActiBlizz can be a heavy topic.
Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, and listen, we're not going to spend too much time on it, but just suffice to say that I think it should be. I myself, and I think Kills would agree. It's something that should be talked about because, hey, listen, here's the crux of it all, right? And it's business, right? So I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend like I know the ins and outs of fucking business and I know what Microsoft's plan is. But at the end of the day. No, I'm not. I will not pass myself to be one. All I know is that I have common sense and I know that, hey, listen, on the week that you pretty much announced that you as a company as a whole, Microsoft as a whole, not Xbox, Microsoft as a whole, are now worth $3 trillion. I mean, just, laying off 1,900 people from your gaming division, it's like, from the company that you just acquired for $69 billion. I'm like, I understand, like I get all that, right? Share prices and previous agreed on price and all of that. And listen, and if that agreement didn't go through, don't think that I don't know for 2 seconds that the number probably would have been more than 1,900. Let's just be real. Let's not try to sit here and be like there weren't going to be cuts, unfortunately. I mean, I've already seen articles this year. It's like, hey, get ready for 2024 to be like the year of like layoffs in the gaming industry, which is unfortunate. But it's like you have all of these companies now that are trying to overcompensate for the amount of money that they've spent. And the only way that you get to compensate on your fucking like street, essentially on your balance bill when you're fucking balancing out, your quarterly reports and stuff like that, is to cut labor. Like, I hate that that's the fucking go-to for a multi-trillion-dollar company. And this is gonna sound like fucking hate, and that's fine. I'm just saying, I hate that the go-to for any type of company is always, yo, let me cut off some labor. Let me just hit the labor real quick
It's
because
always the go-to.
we'll be good. Like, because then that'll make us more aligned and more efficient, and whatever fucking wording you want to use.
Whatever line they want to feed us, yeah. Whatever bullshit line they feed us. Oh, this is what's gonna get trim the fat or whatever,
Right.
like whatever it is. That we're sorry that we had to let go. So you're not fucking sorry. Stop it. Let's get that one. That's PR shit right there. The whole
Right. And even
we're sorry we had to let go of so many people. Nah,
and even
it.
to
Stop
even to Jenna, and to tap in with Jenna too with the chat. So he read that 18 months from the Xbox announcing that ActiBlizz deal, they put their staff up from 10,000. So right, and that's another thing too, because listen, also if you're making games that are worth multi-billions of dollars, hence Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, all your games that you got going on, any type of mobile games, King and all that stuff, like once again, I don't know the ins and outs, but we already know the confusion and all the bullshit that was going on, especially like on the Call of Duty side of things, right? Like, I mean, they got a league. They got a whole fucking league that I just spoke about in the beginning of this podcast that they don't even know what the fuck they're doing with it. They did this whole, every team's going to pay $25 million, but not up front. And we're going to do this city structure thing, but and they're 4 years into it, and now they're like, but they're hurting for views so much so that they took a guaranteed bag from fucking YouTube. Like, I fucking digress at this point, because it's like, you have money where you could sustain certain things, and you have people that have been in the gaming industry for so long now, or even on the esports side of things. And I know I'm rambling a little bit now, but that literally have told you and given you the roadmap to what you need to do in order to make this shit sustainable. But for whatever reason, because it's not the fucking NFL yet, or it's not the NHL yet, or it's not the NBA yet, you're like, nah, fuck off. Like, because I can't advertise the way I want to advertise, and this isn't as lucrative for me as possible. And you also don't want to just cut ties and be like, no, because now you have all of these teams that are invested in you because they did fucking drop money into your brand. Like, it's insane. It's insane to think about. And yeah, and obviously, even to Shin's point too, it's I guess the market as a whole is going to start correcting itself.
I damn it, Shin jumped. He jumped the gun on my.
And I get
what
it.
I was gonna say, because it's not just the gaming industry, man. It's okay. I'm gonna let you finish your
and the end point to all of it too. At the end, I mean, and my brother as well. Draven, the people are important. The people are important. Firing them and hiring contractors will absolutely negatively impact these games. And that's another thing too. You got people that are working on titles and stuff like that. You let go of them, and then what do you expect? Like, their work to be transferred over properly, and like to go on to contractors that are just coming in. Like, I understand, like, people, you do your job and you're supposed to do it well and stuff like that too. But like, if you're just coming into some shit and then you're expected to know like where you got to go and what you have to start doing, what your job is, like, that's crazy to think about. Like, I'd hate to be put in that position. I mean, I'd love to be given that type of opportunity,
like,
but I hate to be put in that position. And then I guess just the end thing, I hate hearing about, like, once again, and this goes back to like the fiscal reporting and stuff like that. Microsoft now gets to claim all the wins from like Activision Blizzard because they're on the books now. So you claim all of these profits and stuff because of games like, fucking Candy Crush and Call of Duty, and you claim all of these victories, but in the same breath, you fire all of these people. You have an esports division, and I'm going to say it again, 72 people, and you fucking let go of basically 90% of that division.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing?
Either that this mismanagement is happening, or you just want to profit that shit and just be like, fuck it. The most
Ybarra is out. Ybarra is out. He's gone. Like, what? Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, now you got people in here and stuff like that, and maybe it'll make sense more. And maybe this is also why too we didn't get any announcements for games from Activision and stuff, because maybe this was going to be like, oh, we got to clean house first before we start doing Game Pass, and everything else.
Timing.
Like,
very poor timing.
I mean, please, poor timing. That's not even the half of it at this point now because of all of that stuff. And let's just hope that this is like the end of it, at least on that side of things, because it's one of those things where it's like, I'm sitting here just waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Well,
but go ahead.
I'm looking at it from I'm gonna look at it from a gamer's perspective, and I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I know the business and how it works. I know I'll tell you a personal experience. I've been part, and not not like a gaming job, but a tech in the tech division, the tech sector. I've been part of 2 different jobs where back to back, they both had to downsize the company and got let go. At the time, obviously, it's shitty. I'm supporting a family, paying bills, all that yada 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 stuff, the real life stuff. So, on that sense, I feel for everybody that's losing. Nobody should be losing a job, right? And then as a gamer, I'm getting information from articles and news media about how profits and how much they make here, and the King Games make this much, and like we're gonna clean up COD House, like all this is happening, right? So as a gamer, I'm like, oh hell yeah, and then I get news that you cut that many jobs, and I'm going, holy fuck. But I also understand that being in that side of the business for quite some time and understanding it kind of, I gotta understand, and I'm hoping I can enlighten some people when it comes to this. I'm not saying don't be mad, don't be pissed, and it's fucked up. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that come this time of year, this is always gonna happen. So expect it to happen again in January next year. Expect it to happen again January 2026 and 27. It's one of those, unfortunately, become a normal thing in a business where when the quarterlies are happening and the stock markets are introducing themselves again, reintroducing themselves to a fresh year, they have to, quote unquote, trim the fat for the most profitable profit. They have to, the business, the company, do this in order to stay afloat. I know that sounds stupid because it's $1 trillion company, but they don't make trillions of dollars if they don't do these type of moves, is what I'm saying. Like that's where I'm at when it comes to that. Now, with that being said, it's fucked up. It's that nine, was it 19,000 was the number?
1900.
Yeah,
well, 1900 was what they let go.
What am I saying? What the fuck?
But Activision got bumped to 19, so that would be 10% overall. So if Jenna, right? So if we're just so Jenna's article said they bumped up their staff. Activision Blizzard bumped up their staff from 10,000 to 19,000. So then letting off 1900, well, yeah, that's 10% of staff. So you cut 10% of jobs.
And obviously, we're a gaming podcast. We're gamers, so we're gonna focus in on that. But the whole industry in a whole, and Shinrock said it. Even UPS and other companies have let go of a lot of people. That's what this time of year is in that industry. It just is. It's one of those things. And especially with like UPS, who just raised their minimum wage over there, and it's like, and now they're blaming. Oh well, because minimum wage got raised, we got to do cuts. Whatever bullshit you want to tell us. It's bullshit. Because you telling me that you made all these profits over the years, and all of a sudden now you raised it a couple of dollars, and we got to cut people. How like that's mismanagement if you're asking me. If you didn't factor in this minimum wage raise into your shit, and I'm talking about UPS, then what are we doing? We're mismanaging here. As far as the Microsoft side, this I know because I knew people who worked in the Microsoft side of things, whether it be retail, whether it be in the development world. The Microsoft part, I don't know if you guys know this, but they do a lot of their work on these games with contracted work. And I spoke to your brother about this, and we text back and forth like a lot about these type of things, and we get into it, the nitty gritty of it. When it comes to what Microsoft does, they do a lot of contracted work for these games, and I'll simplify this just a little bit. It's the difference, and I'm not trying to counsel war here. It's the difference of why on the PlayStation side you will get first party exclusives looking like bangers and like fucking movies, compared to what we get when we get. And I'm not calling out it's bad or good. What we get when we get a Halo, like when we get a Halo game that's heavily fucking delayed, and it looks like it's not a first party title. It just looks like a generic game or whatever the case, whatever you want to call it. It's the difference between that and what Microsoft does. Microsoft contracts a lot of work, and unfortunately, when you get contracted with Microsoft, what happens is you're allowed to work up to 12 months, 11 months, I believe. On that 12 month, if you're still contracted by them, they have to give you a full-time position with full benefits. In order to avoid that, here comes your cuts in January. This happens all the time. It's a trend. You can look this up. You can go backtrack it. It happens every January with Microsoft, and it'll continue on happening because Microsoft is of that company that contracts a lot of work out because the liability is not there. The health insurance is not there. Like, there's a lot they can do to get profit.
All of that.
No unions. All that shit is cut. Boom. No overhead. All that done. It's a contract. Here it is. You work on the game, and we let you go when you're done with it. A lot of these got let go. Now, I wouldn't say a lot. I don't know what the percentage are because I'm not going to talk out of line here, out of pocket. But there's a few probably in that number that got cut that are contracted work. But it's lumped in, obviously, because like there are people in there that actually had livelihoods that had a career with them for years that got cut, But this is the reality of it. Microsoft does a lot of contracted work on all their first-party titles. How they get away from that? Let's buy publishers. Let's just buy Activision and Blizzard. They got their own crew already with publishing and everything. They know what the fuck they're doing. We don't have to worry about contractor work. This is why we're not hands-on with them. We're not going to touch them. We're not even going to, but like outside of, hey, what you're working on and whatever, when is it going to be released? Outside of that, they don't fuck with these companies, and they won't do it with Activision because that's not what they do. They contract work out, and that's all they like. Once the contract is over, whether the game is done or not, you're gone. If you finish what you were working on, you're gone. That's it. Your contract states either you finish the work or we let you go before the work is done. That's you're done and you're gone. And a lot of people don't. I don't think a lot of people know this, and they need to like if you want, you could you can look this up. This is well documented shit. That's how Microsoft operates. It's the difference. I repeat, between a Sony first party title and a Microsoft Sony first party title. You will not get the quality and fidelity on a Microsoft title other than the anomaly here is Hell's Blade 2. You won't get that fidelity that you get on Sony because Sony does they I think your brother said this right. They engage with their people that make titles for Sony exclusively. They engage with them for so long, then they finally put a ring on it after 1 or 2 games that are bangers. Oh, now you're becoming part of us. Yeah. That's how they do their business. So their technology, their Sony Film Studio, that shows in their games. On the Microsoft side, they're techie side of things. They're the AMDs and the FSRs and all that other stuff. That's what we get on the Microsoft side. I've accepted this a long fucking time ago. And I know I'm sidetracking here, but this is what we get on Microsoft. Unless you're a studio like Ninja Theory who's worked on the PlayStation side of things, they understand how to maximize the technology in front of them, that they don't have to worry about contracted workers coming in and out. That's what you're going to get. You get that for Gears. You get that for Halo. You're going to get that for all their first part. Forza. All these first title under the umbrella Xbox titles will be that. It's unfortunate, but that's how, if you didn't know, that's how Xbox operates. They operate, or Microsoft in general, the parent company. They operate with a lot of contracted work. It is what it is at the end of the day. It's very wrong. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not trying to excuse them or look for excuses, but in the conversation we're having, you got to allow context. You got to allow for the nuances and everything else to be involved in this conversation. It's not black and white. As many like to point out, it's just not black and white. I know we see the articles and we see the numbers of how many people got let go, but it's just not that simple. Yeah, unfortunately,
and that's what it is at the end of the day. Like you said, it's the repetition of things. It just sucks when you think about it.
Very much so.
It just sucks when you think about it from the overall perspective of, you claim these wins in a quarterly report, and you claim now that you have because it's it's business at the end of the day, and this is it. This is like life in like the fucking big city. It's like, you claim all these W's and all these wins, but out of one side of the mouth, but then out of the other side of the mouth, it's like, oh, to make sure that everything going forward. I mean, this is, obviously, whoever wrote this for Phil, or even if Phil said it himself, right here, to pretty much, this was the quote here. It's been a little over 3 months since Activision, Blizzard, and King teams joined Microsoft. As we move forward in 2024, leadership of Microsoft Gaming and Activision Blizzard is committed to aligning on a strategy and an execution plan with sustainable cost. That's all you got right there. You want to talk about fucking keywords in a fucking paragraph? Sustainable cost structure. So what? How do we make things sustainable? Well, I guess now that we have 22,000 people in our gaming division, I guess we could fire some people now because we have to make it sustainable for the other.
And keep in mind, some of these Activision firings also overlapped.
Job positions. Right, and it wasn't just Activision too. It was also ZeniMax. I mean, there was people. It was ZeniMax as well, so that's on the Bethesda side of things.
Xbox in general.
And it was Xbox. It was Xbox in general. And then same thing here. People who are directly impacted by the reductions have all played an important part in the success of Activision, Blizzard, ZeniMax, Xbox teams. And then not to just overshadow that too, but it's like then you got Ybarra, who by the way used to work for fucking Microsoft back in the day. And he's like, "Yo, I'm out. See you later. Bye." It's like I didn't expect this one. I mean, this was like I remember seeing his socials like when they were about to close this shit, and I wonder if it was just like, oh, your stock options are about to go up, so like that's why like you're, which I get that. Like I'm not trying to listen. I don't know the guy, but I
think somebody that worked for him retweeted him and said this is like some of this is on him because there was like the RTOs return to the office. They made that mandatory. Like he didn't like. I guess the guy that worked for him like blasted him and said, "Well, you didn't even fight for us. Like you didn't even want us to stay. Like you wanted us to go come back to the office."
Right.
And a lot of these people that lost their jobs are people who returned back to the office.
Oh, and that's another thing too, because now all of a sudden you got all these tech companies that are like, "Oh, you like working from home, and we don't have to buy office space. All right, go ahead, go buy."
Yeah, which is
buy
crazy because, I don't know about the positions, like that
yeah,
in like the details, but like at least for me working from home when I was working on my job,
yeah,
it was one of those like productive shit. The numbers are showing big time.
right.
It
Well,
was
then,
like, oh shit, it's not being
yeah.
productive. It's actually double the
But listen,
productivity.
and if we're at a point too now where it's like, I mean, remember this whole thing too, but remember the other side of that, right? Where it was like we got all of this shit from 343 supposedly being like, well, listen, we made most of Halo like remotely, and look what, and
Yep.
unfortunately because we made it remotely, that's why we couldn't have X Y
Then
Z.
there's
That's why
that.
we
Then
couldn't
there's
do
that. Yep.
X Y Z. But now you got teams over here. They're like, oh, you want to work from home? Okay, go. we don't want you
The
in the
weird
office
part there is
anyway.
that they hired. I think they mentioned they hired like 1,200 other like new hires for the new Halo pro. Well, whatever Bungie's working on next. Not Bungie. 343.
343. Yeah,
Like they've hired 12 to 1,500 more people to work on
love
the
that.
next project, and I'm
Love
going,
that.
oh, we love that, right? And then wait for it because we're gonna get this soon. The bonuses that come, right? The CEOs and the fit, like they're gonna get their bonuses because that doesn't go away.
No.
That does not go away. And I'm not trying to devalue anybody's like
Work
what
or
they've
whatever
brought
like
to the
that, but there's
company.
still,
Yeah,
but the fact once again, it's like, I mean, I guess once you rise to a position of power like that as well too, and at the end of the day, they're still because they're profitable, and I guess that's what it is, and this is how they're going to maintain and stay profitable by
yeah.
cutting this fucking labor. Like they wouldn't be, because like you just look at it this way, like, so what do you mean to tell me, like when the next Call of Duty comes out, like just think about the billions of dollars you make on Call of Duty alone, right? Let's not
Hmm.
to mention anything else, like probably money that they made on Starfield or whatever in ZeniMax, like just all in all, and the game and the money that's going to be made this year and stuff like that from the gaming division and stuff. Like you don't think that could have covered the fucking salaries of the people that you let go? It's
Well,
like it could have,
King
but
Games alone, fuck.
right. It could have, but you still have to make the numbers look a certain way, and you still have to maximize. And in order to maximize
The
profits,
portfolio, man. It's all about the
you
portfolio. We
gotta
said this
fucking
before. It's one of those
dude.
things that just because you can, don't mean you have to.
It's like
Right?
fucking dog. It's dog
You
eat
got
dog.
trillions of dollars. That don't mean you gotta like fucking fearlessly waste them. Like
Yeah. But that's why,
there's
listen,
a
I'm out
tactic
here,
and a strategy to this.
and that's why I'm out here, and it's like I will never not fucking stand behind somebody that wants to fucking unionize, especially in this industry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like over here, like in the gaming industry, if there was ever an industry that needed a union more so, it's game developers. I'm sorry. Full stop.
Yep.
That's my personal opinion. I'm sorry. It's just because the amount of shit you got to go to, just not having your job fucking guaranteed ever, period, the end, and then just on a whim of like just a company being like, yo, and like I don't care how long you've been here for either. It's like you got to
No,
go.
that scenario don't even matter. No, it's not just because I've
Longevity,
seen
none of that
many
shit
people
matters.
tweet that worked. It's like, man, I was here 5 years,
Nah.
6 years. Like even on Activision side, we were working on the next COD game, which is a Treyarch game. We were working on content for MW3. Like I lost my job. Like these are people who's built a company for years that are getting that. Those are the ones I feel sorry for because like, God dang it, like that's crazy. But it's like what Fastback said when the contractors know this when they go into this job, this is part of their side job anyway. They know that when they get into this side of the business as a contract, there's no surprises, bro. Like you know exactly what you're getting into. It's you finish what you got contracted for. Sooner or later, you're gone. It's just what it is. It's how it works. And they can get. And I missed this part, but part of that whole 12 months, if you reach that, they have to offer you full benefits and the whole shebang. It's also that if you get let go, you can't work for them again. You have to. It's a freeze period for like 12 months. So a whole
They
year
can't
has to
just
go
bring
by.
you. Yeah, they can't just bring you fucking back.
Yeah, because it's like damn, how do I explain it? I used to work for Disney a while ago. It's the same thing as I work an 8-hour shift. I go home and they call me in before another 8 hours happen. Like if I come in 4 hours later after my shift, that's double pay because I wasn't allowed a whole full 8 hours away from work. It's basically that kind of logic to it. It's like if they let you go or your job is complete,
Like legally they can't
legally
rehire
they can't
you.
bring you back. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just why you get a lot of staggered work on the dev side when it comes to games like I'll say it again, Jenna, Halo, Forza, and like the Xbox under the Xbox brand type. Like that's what you get. That you get a lot of the shit that looks weird and it's off and it's delayed because of this and it doesn't look like what I thought it was gonna be. That's the bread and that's it right there. They look no further into that. It's because it's contracted work, and Microsoft will continue to practice this type of work because it's profitable for them. It's how they get away from liability. It's how they get away from everything else that Sony does the other way. Like it's like it is what
Right.
it is.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to see, obviously, just especially in this industry that's still, by the way, growing. I'm sorry. Like still growing, still
Very
booming,
growing. That shit is
growing,
booming.
booming, like making fucking just money, just hand over
We might
fist.
just be in a bigger year than last year because last year was huge.
Yeah.
This year seems to be like it's even bigger.
You know what I mean? So it's like you look at the reports and shit like that, like it's up and it's fucking stuck, but it's like not for the employees. So it's just unfortunate, man. So just hopefully anybody that was affected by it could find adequate work in the industry if possible.
That's
And then
to end it on a good note. That's a beautiful side of the gaming side of things. There's like a lot of developers and studios out there
that
that'll
reached
see
out,
this
right?
and they'll reach out and be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, if you're looking for work, we got it here. Just hit me up, DM me, whatever." Like that part is
Yeah.
the beautiful part of the whole because it's one it's one big. I don't want to be cliche here, but family when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh shit, you lost your job, come over here.
Yeah, no, I mean the networking, if that's a lesson
Yes,
to
that part,
anybody that's
yes.
aspiring to be a game developer and stuff like that and whatever, just listen, get to know people, just of not just people that you work with personally, but people just in the industry in itself.
Yeah, man.
You know,
Unfortunately, we don't live in the 1970s no more, where every job was guaranteed and you retire in your job.
just there, like
Today you
imagine
need three
just being,
jobs to barely get by.
just
It
being a
it is
factory
what it is.
worker, all of that shit, any type of trade job or whatever. It's like
Mhm.
it's crazy to think
Yes,
about.
sir.
But
All right,
yeah,
that's that toxic. Well, it wasn't toxic, but that's the negative.
toxic. It was
That was the heavy.
it was just heavy, but I think it deserves to be talked about, unfortunately.
Definitely.
It definitely does need to be mentioned. And hopefully we could kind of get to a point too where it's like companies just stop overcompensating with people and you just
Yeah,
like
figure that shit out for
you
God's
figure
sake.
that, I
God
mean,
damn.
and then
Isn't
but then
analytics like a thing now? What the fuck?
but yeah, but then you go back to also industry things as well. And like I said, I don't want to keep fucking harping on this, but it's like you hear about burnout and all of this stuff too with people, and not but now you just shrink, sizes of studios and stuff like that. It's like, how do
Yeah.
you not expect, to have people, developers have like healthy lifestyles and shit when you keep fucking firing their coworkers? Like it's crazy to think about.
Imagine that you come in, you got a 5 coworkers next to you that you've been banging out a game with for like
Yeah,
6
yeah, yeah.
months, and
Yeah.
you come one day, you look to your left, 2 are gone on your left. The
Yeah.
next day, the next week, 2 more on the right, and it's like, oh shit, am I next? I've been there, bro. It's not
What's
not
wild?
fun at all, bro.
What's
It's
wild
not fun.
is the people. What's wild is the staff that they sent out because essentially from like Esports Engine, which are all hired through Activision to go run like the esports like events and stuff like that. The CDL. What's wild is like literally people tweeting like, "Yo, like I'm working this event and they haven't told us if they're laying us off after or not." And then they work the event. And then they're like, yeah,
That
still don't
part
know.
is
Like events
very fucking
over.
shitty, bro.
Yo, events over. It's Sunday. It's Monday. Events over.
Nah.
Tuesday. Events over. Wednesday. Oh, you don't have a job anymore. But thank you.
And then they hit you with the email.
Yeah.
But you
So
only
you-
find out either through social media that your job is gone, or
Right.
through an email that you
Or
can't
through
even
an email.
access because your logins got taken away, your
Yeah.
credentials.
Yeah.
Crazy, huh? Yeah. It's
So-
it's that saying. I saw like a meme the other day. It's like the guy was like, "Oh, I called my boss and I quit." And the boss like, "Man, that's unprofessional. You should have given you 2 weeks." He goes, "When you fire people, do you give them 2 weeks?"
Right.
Same difference, bro. It's very unprofessional. Like I don't have to give you 2 weeks. It's you don't give me 2 weeks when you fire people. Like that's not how it works. Like this is real life. But yeah, man, no matter how you cut the pie, how you slice it, it's wrong. It's wrong. It's fucking very wrong. Because if you're seeing reports of how profitable this fucking like section or space is in this business, like why are we cutting so many massive jobs?
Yeah.
Not 200-300, not 200 thousands. Like
Yeah.
this is nuts, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah. And as a perfect segue, let's now talk about how we're gonna be fucking all giving them $30 in another
Let's
4
give them
days.
$30 because they need our support.
Yeah, because they need our support now. Activision, they're going through a difficult time at Activision and Microsoft, so we should definitely support them by buying this new season pass.
Yeah, definitely. Well, season 2, I believe is this week.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Wednesday, I believe it comes out. Yeah.
No, actually, no, that's not. Is it the 7th? Yeah.
Wednesday, whenever the 7th is. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
Wednesday. Yeah, 7th. Okay. Season 2, and they bring in Rick and Michonne. That's the theme.
Seen that. Rick is in the battle pass. Michonne is in season, so she'll be probably at the mid-season refresh.
Midway thing just to refresh it. But I'm not sure if he's. It's battle pass. It's right there. Never mind.
Yes.
So Rick Grimes is battle pass. Nice. You get
he's battle pass. Also, Harkonnen Tracer pack. That's purchased, I think. Probably this is battle pass.
They're calling what 4 maps.
Yeah, here's your maps. So
new maps, not even
Stash
remastered.
House. This is like small as fuck, from what I understand too. The Stash House. one?
Stash House looks small to me. This looks like a Rainbow Siege map. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But
No,
it looks small.
yeah. So you got Stash House. We have Vista 6v6 as well too. Departures, which I'm like, wait, is that like the?
It's like a light terminal.
Yeah. So you got Departures. And then they got some Operation. What is this? Operation Man. War mode.
Yeah, that's for war mode. That's that one mode that you played with.
Yep.
With us.
And then in season.
They finally got a new map.
Yep. Das Haus remastered.
They can keep that shit.
Yeah, all this stuff. This is kind of weird. I seen this. They basically a variant of Skid Row, so they just painted it because of like the zombie shit, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah, it's like
or the Walking Dead shit. It's gonna be like just. They're gonna make this shit look like something out of The Walking Dead, where it just looks like it was
with Christmas, with the holidays.
Yeah,
they took Terminal and High Rise, and they made it like Christmassy. Same thing with that. I wish they would stick with these kind of maps though, and keep them in the rotate, because they're pretty cool. When they do this, the creative sides come out. It's like, damn, this looks really fucking good. But that Das House shit, they can keep that. That's from Vanguard. That's that small ass map that you spawn and die. Oh, it's just terrible. I don't know why they're bringing that back.
They got Fortune's Keep coming back, Resurgence. That was the big one, obviously, that they announced that a lot of people looking for.
It's crazy that we're getting more zombie content in the multiplayer Warzone side of things than we are in the actual zombie.
In the actual zombies? Yeah, that's another thing, too. I'm looking to see here. So, Team Gun Game, In-Season Bounty. Don't know what that's about. And then Horde Point, limited time mode. I seen that. That almost looked like zombies on like one of the maps as well, too. That was
it's like zombies on a map, and but they got to capture some points while zombies on the map type stuff.
Snipers
like
only.
Infection?
Yes.
Oh, I'm for that. I am for that.
Snipers only. We like a snipers only playlist.
Jugger Mosh LT. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Assuming something with Juggernauts.
Yeah. Jugger Mosh. Rogue Signal public event. This is like the I guess this is zombie shit. Wonder weapons. Zombie power ups.
That little 4 quadrant right there. That's
here's your zombie. Here's your zombie shit. Okay.
And I believe that's in season. If I'm not, the bottom one is in season. But yeah, that's pretty much all you get. You're not getting no more. Well, you are, but that you gotta wait to mid-season to the refresh to get the refresh. Another story part of it. It looks like Treyarch moved on from working on the zombies to work on theirs.
Yeah. Yeah, which is crazy because you still have a whole year basically before we get the Treyarch COD, but it's like you got this? Oh, okay, cool.
Right. Like, all right, we got,
you good?
We set you up.
Yeah, you good? You good?
Right?
There's like 2 of you right now, right? There's only 2 of you. Good. You good? Yeah. All right, because we got to go do something.
It's almost like Treyarch heard about the cuts and was like, but this doesn't affect the decision we made last week, right? We were leaving already.
Yeah. Like we good, right? We're not staying. You don't need us, right? We can go do our thing. We good? All right, cool. Thumbs up. Great. Thank you. Text, listen, we'll be Teams. Yo, you know Teams?
Yeah, Teams. Hit me up.
You know Teams. Yo, text me if you need anything, but I got something to do, actually.
I'm always available.
Great. Always available, actually. Even when I'm not, even when it says away, I'm available.
Hit me up.
Fucking shit. BP-50, what the fuck is this fusion of a fucking bullpup?
It looks
rifle?
Like an advanced Infinity Warfare.
It does.
Kind of a gun. Yeah, it looks like a futuristic gun.
Ram 9, this is 7, cool. This is your
9.
This is like your Tavar fucking, but like subby.
Yes.
Like a Tavar subby. This seems beefy. This seems, I don't know, SOA Subverter.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to be an AR or a
I think
battle.
It's going to be a hybrid. Could be a hybrid. But then again,
it looks like a battle. It looks like a battle rifle, SOA Subverter. It could be a battle rifle, long ass barrel. But if it's an AR, it'd be interesting to see. I would just like anything to maybe try to change up the meta when it comes to like ranked and stuff like that. Although I think people will just be using the MCW and the Rival 9 all fucking year. Unfortunately,
did they buff up the MCW? Because
in core, MCW's it's cracked. It's a great gun. It still is. In core hardcore, it's a great gun. This fucking, what is this Highlander fucking sword they got down here? In season
Soul
soul render. This was crazy. Ninja vest. That's it. No more boots. You don't have to run fucking.
Well, they got the other one now where you put the vest on. It gives you both perks: the ghost and the one that takes you off to the cold blooded. So
Yeah.
they have that vest, which I wear religiously now.
And then now they got this
ninja, so you don't have to wear fucking
the boots. So now you can run around. Imagine, but now you got quiet footsteps, and then you can run tack pads and just be like a little.
This one gives you quiet footsteps, and the other it counters the other one, the bone conductor.
Yeah.
It counters that.
You're getting aftermarket parts. I don't know what. So more aftermarket parts here, as well. Is that a saw?
One's a chainsaw. No, chainsaw.
Is that what that is? I can't zoom in anymore. That's it.
Welcome to Gears of War.
Yeah, Kate Laswell,
official
operator, and then John Doe, whoever the fuck that is. That looks.
Yeah, John Doe. Which looks Black Cell.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's gonna be Black Cell. And then events, Horde Hunt, little poochies. What is this? Oh yeah, The Walking Dead, Fear the Living. So I guess that's the thing. Vortex.
I'm excited for that. Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah. I mean, listen, the trailers seem kind of lit. I mean, I like that they were playing the music with the call, and then it was just like Call of Duty and stuff with the song. I mean, yeah. When you talk about like just doing any type of like crossover events and stuff, like Walking Dead, but like in like a zombies mode, like imagine playing the zombies mode, like Warzone Zombies or whatever, and playing as Rick or playing as Michonne. Like that's pretty cool. Honestly, and then this is like paid for shit, obviously, because Dune is coming out at the end of the month, or beginning of next month.
Part one, which I believe is on Netflix.
Oh, you gotta see that shit is on. That shit is on HBO as well too.
That shit looks good.
Yeah, man.
That shit looks good. So I'm gonna watch part one on Dune.
I don't
set aside 5 hours so I don't go to sleep.
Serious. Well, yeah, just watch it early enough. Don't watch it late.
It's just my attention span is like if it's shit in action. Boom, 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 pew, pew, pew.
There's action, but I think it's more. It takes a little bit to get off a little. The acting in it.
As long as a good story,
cool.
like good character development and all that stuff. Yeah,
I think so.
I'm not part of that Doom world. I don't have nothing. I never read the books. I didn't see the originals or whatever it was. Nothing. This is fresh eyes for me.
Oh, here's the map. Here, look. Yeah, this 6v6 core map, Stash House. Look at this shit.
It's tiny. Look at that shit. Yeah. They love their tiny maps, man, but that's because the community, man. The community loves these tiny maps. They have that, again, attention span where it's like if I ain't dying 8,000 times to keep me awake,
this could be cool.
Map is bad.
This Vista map, we'll see. This looks like a normal size map. Medium size, they call this. They call this a medium size map.
Medium, yeah.
Vista, okay. And then this is like, I guess, like just a redone. I don't even know what this is. Oh,
it looks like high rise.
Oh no, it's a high rise. That's
a Daz house.
Yeah.
Do you remember this map at all in Vanguard? It's the map we literally quit the fucking beta on.
Oh really? Oh no, is it really?
It's just
modernized
on top of somebody's lap.
Oh, I see it. No, they fucking brought it back. All right, next.
Yeah, it's the literal map that was like, fuck this.
Maybe it'll play different. Oh, I don't know because Vanguard
it's a remix. I think calling it a remix or remastered.
No, they said remastered. So I think here, navigate under construction skyscraper vicinity a high rise with seminal small size Call of Duty Vanguard map returns with all new look. Whether you're here to cause chaos or just for the XP, expect a much brighter, airier feel to this. So not a lot of indoor stuff. Let's see,
okay.
Airier feel to this remastered iteration, as well as the lack of destructible cover. Yeah. How about
we know what that means.
Yeah. You can't just fucking wallbang everything, maybe. Destructible cover for even quicker action. Craven constant combat.
It might just be the shit they gave us at Vanguard, the destructible fucking objects that it's like one wall.
So stupid. Expected as you navigate the tight central hallway, watching for long shots or scramble through the openings, long shot outer flank routes. New names on the POIs. Okay, easily distinguishable blue and orange spawn points, and penthouse environment lifts.
Watching for long shots. There's no unless they fucking gave it 3-4 more inches on the on the fucking map. There's no way that you could long shot in this fucking map. No way. Literally, I see you spawn in front of me. Whatever, man.
And then here's the read. These look kind of dope too.
Skid Row actually falls really good with Walking Dead, like the buildings, the apartments and shit. Yeah.
Yes. No, that's gonna look sick. And then Warzone stuff. I mean, listen, it's pretty cool. I'm excited for it.
I mean, it's fresh. Cool. I mean, I've been waiting for it I capped out 250.
I was gonna say.
1 week into the fucking season, so I'm
Oh,
that
here's
guy. I'm
here's the
give me more.
Juggermosh. Look at this shit.
Oh, into the third person.
Yeah, third person perspective,
Oh,
multiplayer mode, variant Juggermosh. Juggernaut combat all the time within the match is a kill confirmed domination and hardpoint. Aside from the Wonton Mayhem. That's funny. This mode there's additional rules that add a tactical twist. Maneuver your hulking armor to the middle of the map. Secure a powerful OHK one-hit kill melee weapon, giving you so it's like the fucking hammer from Halo.
okay.
They literally giving you tremendous close range power at the expense of becoming the biggest threat on the battlefield. Drop adversary and inspect their remains. You can grab armor from the fallen and bulk yourself up. You could loot them. This isn't a multiplayer. All right. Well, all right. Maybe I'll try it.
I mean, it sounds good on paper.
Maybe I'll try it. What about this bounty game mode? This is a new one. Eliminate
Ooh.
enemy players until the score limit is reached to win. Each player has unlimited lives. Matches played similarly to team deathmatch. Player with the most kills from each team will be marked as an HVT. HVT alternates between teams on a time interval.
We've had variants of this type of stuff.
Yeah, it's TDM with a twist.
Games.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's cool. And then, but if you kill the HVT, then you get a lot of points for it too. All right. So yeah, it's themed fucking team deathmatch. And then what is this? Playlist confirmed Vortex Decay's Realm. Explore terrifying strangeness of the otherworldly map variants in this mid-season mosh pit. Vortex Decay's Realm features team deathmatch. Oh, okay, so yeah. So TDM, domination, kill confirmed, hardpoint on rotation, and just the maps that were like kind of zombified and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's interesting. Multiplayer rank season 2 Intel launch. Oh, they're already resetting the shit. What is this? Win 5.
Man, I played 2 games.
Oh, look at the skins.
And I couldn't get another one. I never got back to it. I had fun too. I never got back to it.
Oh, dude, listen, I'm saying. I mean, I'm rusting it after this pod. But
it's fun, man. I think it's pretty good.
We gotta get a few more games in.
Especially the carrot they dangling at the end of the stick with the camos and.
If you ever got to any of these and stuff, these animated emblems and weapon camos are sick.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'll never be 250, never. But yeah.
Modern Warfare Zombie. Oh yeah, so here's the zombies breakdown actually too. So Operation Deadbolt strike teams are tasked to confront new anomaly and exclusion zone, enter the second rift, face down the largest infested stronghold you've encountered as you enter a new and terrifying rift. Challenges and schematics unlock prestige levels to acquire zombies challenges. Gather 3 new schematics to aid your progress. Warlord, Caress. Chemical warfare specialist.
One of the characters. I don't know who she is.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Impressive defense at Kill House.
I don't know if it's they or she.
Yeah, prepare.
Let's just say they.
Yeah.
Them.
And then there's some new shit. Continue to confront the terrified trans-dimensional anomalies. Man, my brain fucking did something when I was reading this. I'm sorry.
I'm
all right.
You
I'm back.
read that?
I'm back. No. There's trans-dimensional.
I caught a mini stroke reading this shit.
That's what I mean. I was like, what the fuck? All right. New secrets await exclusion zone. Tensions are heightened this time. Terminus outcomes. I gotta play more zombies. I haven't played enough zombies. I gotta play more zombies.
It was fun for what I did. It was fun. I'm not gonna lie. You know this. I was playing with my son for a while. It's just no content. After you're done with what you're done with, there's no more content.
Pretty much done, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's all coming on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I like that.
Miércoles for those who speak Español. Hump Day for those who speak, I don't know. Hump Day.
Oh, yeah. What day is it?
Hump Day. Oh,
day.
Speaking of commercials, I don't know if you've seen the new KFC commercials. They're getting weird with it, bro.
Nah. No, you know what commercial's great?
With it, bro.
The pre Paramount Plus Super Bowl commercial. Fucking
bro, no. How about the other one? That was good. That was actually good. But the Arnold Schwarzenegger shit that he's promoting for State Farm.
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
It's like he's promoting it as a movie and shit, but I don't know what it is. It looks pretty cool.
I might
but I'm talking about the KFC commercial. Very raunchy. I wouldn't say raunchy, but literally there's a couple in the car and it's like nighttime. They're on a date. And then he goes, "You ready to smash?" And she's like, "Yeah." And then it's like they take out a bowl of like whatever the fuck KFC's offering, whatever the commercial's about, and it's like, "Let's smash this bowl." It's like, that ain't it.
Yeah,
that ain't it.
Tell me if you guys could hear this.
Are you pulling it up?
Yeah.
Yeah. You ready to smash?
Is it coming over the stream?
I don't hear it. Wait, I got it on mute. I'm an idiot. Hold on.
No, it's okay. I gotta fix this anyway. My bad, guys. We're doing this live. Oh no, I don't have it. No volume. Sorry, guys.
Well, that's the Paramount one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good though, but go check that commercial. It was good. Yeah.
Nah, this shit is crazy. It was so funny. Here, I'm gonna put it on now. You guys will be able to hear it in a second.
Yeah, they're getting weird with the commercials. I swear.
Okay. Yeah, go watch that commercial. That commercial's fucking hysterical. Listen, that's why I'm watching the Super Bowl. I mean, yeah, I'm watching the Super Bowl for the football, obviously, but
So you know why I'm watching.
I know. And Taylor and Tay-Tay.
The 49ers, baby.
I know it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be good. What else? It should be a good Super Bowl.
Yeah, what else are we talking about today?
I know you don't want to end on a week on a bad note or whatever, but there is the news about the first party shit.
You know, we can talk about that because I got some shit here too. Listen, we could talk about that, but we could do a couple of things actually. Because you know what, we didn't.
I don't know how you feel about it.
I don't give a fuck. We can talk about.
I think I know how you feel about it.
Yeah. Nah, I don't. Listen, you know what we can talk about? Yo, how about the 10 minutes of Death Stranding 2? Can we talk about that,
bro? Oh wait, you know
Just
what?
saying.
All right.
Because
the state of play was the state of play was lit. It was this.
Yeah.
You know, there was game in my opinion. There was a little bit of gaming for everybody in there.
Yeah, but honestly, the only thing I care,
Death Stranding.
Yeah, we'll do both of those. Death Stranding 2, 10 minutes. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Everybody call that shit cut scenes, whatever the fuck. Haters,
walking simulator,
whatever.
Blah blah.
I don't care.
I'm in the belief that those who are calling it out to be that
whatever
never played the game.
I don't care. I'm with Kojima. I ride till I die. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Everybody be mad. Listen, we're getting a game. You know what I hate about it is that, listen, I understand. I don't want to force people to like shit that I like personally, and because I wasn't also the biggest fan of Death Stranding either until I actually played Death Stranding, and that shit had me in my feels in the first fucking 2 minutes. Okay, actually, from a gaming perspective, when I played that game and the music is playing and I'm over and I'm just traversing and I'm in Kojima made me feel something, and the fact that a video game could make me feel something.
That's what he does.
I had actual feelings playing this fucking game, so I don't want to hear it. And then now I'm watching the trailer for the second one, and I'm kind of spoiling myself a little bit because I technically didn't beat the first one because there's a lot going on. But this thing isn't actual; it's a movie. It's literally it's a full-on experience. It's crazy.
Although I think this time around we're gonna get more like to the action faster than part one was. Because if you remember correctly, I played part one on the PC side. I think it was on Game Pass for that short time, but it wasn't really working. It kept crashing on me. I recently asked your brother after seeing that trailer, "Hey, do you own that copy?" He goes, "Yeah, I do, but it's physical." So I was like, "Fuck."
Right.
But then I went on the PS Plus, and I'm like, "Oh, wait a minute! It's offered on PS Plus, the director's cut."
No, how about it was on Game Pass? I think it still is on Game Pass.
No, on PC they took it out.
Oh, okay, on PC they took it out.
Yeah, they took it out. It was short.
Yeah.
It was 6 months.
I bought it, dude. It was at one point or another. It was on Steam, dumb cheap. I bought it.
I'm gonna download that shit on PlayStation Plus. The director's cut is on there. I'm like, it's on there. I can download this shit. Okay, I'm gonna fucking download it.
Nah, listen, I don't want to hear listen, everybody could, talk all their shit they want about Kojima and stuff like that. That's fine. That's cool. That's my guy. And then Death Stranding, and then not to just overshadow that, but then we get this announcement. He's making another he's basically making Metal Gear. Okay.
Can I tell you what I thought this shit was when they announced it?
What?
Before I heard new IP, Siphon Filter.
Yo, from him?
I heard Siphon when
Cynet.
Espionage and I'm like
Cynet.
Bro, obviously it can't be Metal Gear. Obviously it's not that. But then they said new IP, and I'm like, oh wait, he said new IP. Oh, and it's coming from Kojima. Yeah, this can be lit. That man is busy right now, bro. He's working OD for Xbox. He's working obviously Death Stranding 2, and then whatever that project of the espionage thing is. And he's working with Hollywood studios.
Well, here's the thing.
You see the
exactly. Well, that's, and I think that's also what he's been. Well, yeah, but that's what he's been alluding to too. But that's Columbia. That's Sony. That's a Sony movie studio.
Well, I know that. Yeah, but
that's why we're getting.
Guys with Xbox, with, I forgot all the studios.
But he's working with Hollywood specifically because that's people don't realize to know Kojima to realize how much of a movie buff he is. Like this is like his thing. Like he's just
You can't tell me that
he's
these
a
studios are like,
story.
here's the keys, do
He's
whatever the
a
fuck you want.
story, dude. He's a storyteller. At the
Yes,
end of the day, he's a
yes.
storyteller. And
Well, isn't
listen,
he on record as saying that he's been wanting to get into that space, the movie side of things? Like he wanted,
yeah,
like I think
but
he's
that's
like he's
basically what
been
his
wanting
games
to enter
are.
into that.
If
Yeah.
listen, if you played Metal Gear Solid 4, it's like have you? I mean, granted, how convoluted that fucking game is, but even MGS3, even MGS2, if you just cut,
Mhm.
if you literally just go to YouTube and you never played those games in your life, and you just type in Metal Gear Solid 2 cutscenes, Metal Gear Solid 3 cutscenes, Metal Gear Solid 4 cutscenes, and it's literally, especially 4, it's 7 that 4 got so much shit because I think that was some of the longest cutscenes I think ever in a video game up until that moment. Up until that time when MGS4 came out, I don't think that there was another game potentially, and somebody could correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there was another game that had more cutscenes in it and longer cutscenes in it than that game at that
Yeah.
time, MGS4.
Yeah.
It had like 7.5 hours of cutscenes.
Yeah.
Death Stranding,
And I
by
still
itself,
enjoyed it.
cutscenes,
Fuck that.
and that's what I'm saying. Because listen, if you were there from the beginning and everybody thought that that was the end, but that was like the completion of like Solid Snake storyline, like old Snake and stuff
Mhm.
like that. So this is what I'm saying. Like I was there, I was playing MGS1 on a fucking PlayStation 1. Okay, this is my childhood. Okay,
Unless you were born in the era of when Xbox came out and you never experienced PlayStation 1 and 2, then I get that. I get, like not understanding how passionate we are about Kojima games because, his games were on the PlayStation platform, the 1 and the 2. Like all his games like on that shit. Like
Yeah.
that's where like Michael, and I just said this to Shimrock in the chat. I'm not his biggest fan, but I respect his work and I respect the passion he pours into his work. My biggest thing for him is Metal Gear Solid. That's my and Zone of Ender. Those are my two biggest IPs from him.
I bought a PlayStation. You want to talk about system sellers? Okay, I'm sorry, and I think I've said this before on the podcast. I bought my PlayStation 3 because it was the bundle with MGS4.
Absolutely.
My PlayStation 3 that I had purchased, my 80, I think it was a 60 gig.
You
or
want
the
to talk
80
about
gig, the
console
backwards
sellers?
compatible one?
Yeah.
That MGS4 that sold me. Oh, and don't think that I wasn't trying to buy that gunmetal one that they had. What was it?
The silver shit?
The gunmetal gray one that they had for MGS4.
Oh, great, yeah.
Don't think I didn't try to fucking purchase that one. I just
shit.
didn't have the fucking money for it. That shit was so limited.
You want to talk about system sellers, bro?
Dude,
yeah.
That fucking there.
And that's what Death Stranding is at for me. It's a system seller.
Yeah. I mean,
especially if you're in that corner of the community where you're like, man, I want to see what these next gens can offer me, and the next what's next. Like this is it. He's giving you that. Like he's gonna give you that with Death Stranding.
The facial animations, everything.
Listen,
I challenge somebody. I mean, and that's why when people big up things like Ninja, listen, when people dig that whole thing too with the stop motion, the puppet that he purposely he came out and he said like if you literally go to his Twitter and you go here, I have his Twitter still up.
He purposely he dropped the frame rate, right?
Yeah,
on that puppet.
A whole bunch of shit that he retweets. He retweets all the. There's
he tweets a lot.
There's Troy, right there. See, look, come on.
Mm-hmm. We're getting Troy on this fucking thing. That's crazy.
No, I mean we got Troy on the first one as well too.
On the first one. Yeah.
But he, it's nuts. I'm looking. Yeah, like talking about reading. Where the fuck did he post it? In one of his posts, he was like, "I purposely." It was pretty much when
it was like right after the show.
Oh wait, latest film. Oh yeah, these are some of the. Oh yeah. Yeah, that shit is crazy.
That puppet is everybody's calling that shit Alan Wake.
Yeah, he literally came out and he was like, I did that, I purposely dropped the frames on the fucking puppet. I was like, all right, yeah, you're just next level, dude.
Immediately noticed that shit. Like when I saw him like do the whole stop motion, I'm like, oh shit.
All right, he looked like Mr. Game and Watch.
Yeah.
Like click.
It's cool though, man. That he went with that for that puppet. It's really because it's unique. It stood out. Really stood out in that whole trailer for me. Like the trailer was phenomenal, but that stop motion thing just like boom. I was like, whoa, what am I seeing here?
You got Troy Baker looking like the Crow.
The Crow, yeah. It's It's that's him with the guitar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I haven't finished the game, so I don't know what that character is. But the way he was out there, like what the fuck?
Nah, but just the whole animation, that whole interaction he was having with Norman, Reedus with fucking when he's doing the whole like he's like it. You could
The
tell,
backstory. Yeah.
yeah, but you could tell. But I'm just saying, even the mocapping and stuff like that in that
Yeah.
trailer, that whole interaction he was having, how he was moving and emoting and stuff like that, like.
Mhm.
Dude, the performances, it's like I'm no longer playing a game. I'm experiencing like an art, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's a
Yeah,
game and stuff
yeah.
like that, but like just the art in itself in the movie, I
But
love
it's
that.
what we say. Is what we
Personally,
said in
I
the
love that.
past. Gaming is an art, and Hideo Kojima is about that. He wants to bring a unique artistic experience, like his artistic views, and bring it to you into interactive world, into your laps, into your console. Like it's a beautiful. Like again, I'm not his biggest fan, but you know the biggest thing is that he takes forever to make his game. But I understand why he takes forever to make his game. That's the only gripe I got, which is silly if you think about it. But he's in his bag, bro, when it comes to this game. And now he's gonna want me to fucking finish the story if I could. With the Death Stranding 1, I'm gonna download that shit on PlayStation and play. And it's the director's cut, so I'm excited. Which is the one I had on PC, by the way. That's the one that they had on Game Pass.
Or not, not even, or yo, dude, like get yourself a new iPhone. Just play that shit on the iPhone.
Oh shit, that's right.
Get yourself an iPhone 15 or one of those new. I'm saying, dude, you don't even gotta worry about that shit. Just play that shit right there, and it's a director's cut. Little saying, man. Yeah, man. But yeah, dude. Honestly, insane. I can't wait for that. And yeah. I mean, oh wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I bounced this back to the intro. I'm just clicking buttons here, chat. I apologize.
So excited, bro. It's like
I am. I forgot that we were.
Oh, I got to play the Silent Hill demo. Well, I wouldn't even call it a fucking demo because that shit was like an hour and a half long. I got to my son played it, and I played it after him. It's pretty good.
Let me ask you, what is it? Just is it supposed to be the demo based on like the Silent Hill 2? Because that's
no. This is like a separate thing, and you know, remember? I don't know if you remember PT.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. So is it like a test? So is it like a test thing? I guess
it's more on the side of a tech demo than it is a demo, but it's an actual full game.
Okay,
it's a full game. I know some people complained about the motion sickness of it or whatever because she's holding a cell phone, and that's like your thing. Right throughout the game, like you're holding up a cell phone, but it has a message. Like if you can bypass the silliness of what everybody does with games today, like it has a message and it's suicidal stuff. Like it's a suicidal message. It has that message behind it, and when you finish it, you're like, oh, like it. At least for me and my son, it made us like literally fucking deep thought. That's how badass it was. I'm like, holy fuck, this is pretty crazy. And for those who don't know, it is a 1-year exclusivity, so it's gonna come to the platforms in a year.
It's crazy.
So yeah, but the Silent Hill 2 was also shown off. But yeah, overall the show was good. Death Stranding for me was my takeaway. Loved it. I was like, oh, I even tweeted your brother or text your brother. I was like, bro, I can't wait till you watch the show. This Death Stranding is on a different level. It's on a whole different
and 2 days. Level. And 2 days they announced at the fucking very end. They were like, oh, and stay tuned on February 6th because we have a special.
Another one,
state of play for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and I'm like, oh, and then it's like, oh, demo. It's like, oh, demo. Right, I still got that shit on PC. Believe me, I will definitely be playing through that right before because hopefully in May, we already know the fucking date. I already told you the date. Right towards the end of May, that fucking a little 3-month exclusivity window ends, and then boom, give me my game on PC.
Announce that bitch. Yep.
Give me that shit.
Hell yeah. Since we're on the exclusivity train, you've been on that well, it's been like this for a couple of months, I guess now, with the whole Hi-Fi Rush and what's the other? It's like several games. Hi-Fi Rush. Let me see. I got the image right here. Sea of Thieves and other multi-platform games, but Hi-Fi Rush and Sea of Thieves is the biggest one, I guess, according to Idle Sloth on Twitter.
Yeah,
who's reliable. He says, according to ZeniMax employee Sarah Bond, the Xbox director, will speak in spring to explain the change in Xbox strategy regarding Hi-Fi Rush and Sea of Thieves and other games going multi-platform. Wait for springtime. Sarah Bond will say something. You guys will be fine.
Hey, ready?
So,
hold on. So you want to start? You want to start?
I could care less. Okay, so exclusivity. Let's do this. What does exclusivity mean to you, Logic? I would ask as a PC gamer and a console gamer as you.
It hasn't meant anything to me since I started playing on PC personally. I don't because once I got out of You know what? You know where it pissed me off? It pissed me off when I couldn't fucking play certain missions on Destiny because they had exclusive content on fucking
Oh,
and rights and stuff
yeah,
like that. But even exclusivity as a whole, like it's like, you know, I don't want to be so like, I don't know, short with it, saying like what. Do I ever think like
dismissive.
Halo will
You don't want to be
like?
dismissive.
I don't want to be dismissive, but like, do I think like Halo will ever be on PlayStation? No, but like, there's a really good fucking chance that Game Pass is going to the next Nintendo, like to the next Switch, and that's why. And if that bothers you, tough shit. Like, get over it because you wanted this service to be so fucking good, and it's gotten to that point that's going to be so good that I need to explain. And just to kind of just really put a pin in this fucking conversation, because that's why this doesn't need to be a 50-minute conversation. It's literally as simple as Microsoft, okay, that company that we fucking spent now talking about for the better part of an hour, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They do not care anymore about selling systems. They only care, I told this to my brother, they only care about subscriptions when it comes to their gaming division, period.
The sooner people would understand this part, the sooner you come to grips with what their future plans look like. I said this, man, Game Pass is what they're trying to make as a sustainable flow of income for that company. And if you don't think Game Pass is not going to be present in any other console, it's like you said, I can almost think, and I don't want to guarantee because that's bullshit, but it'll be on the Switch too, because that's how you get the Hi-Fi Rush over there. That's how you get the Sea of Thieves out there. Like, you're gonna get a maybe not the whole library of Game Pass, but a very limited amount of it, and it's gonna be for games that makes fucking sense to be on Switch. You know what I mean? That's what I mean by that. Not the Halo.
Here's my take. Here's my take on it. Here's my thoughts on it.
It's also how you're gonna get Call of Duty to the Switch.
Yeah, right. Or maybe not. Maybe because maybe they fully developed for the new Switch. Who knows? I don't know at this point, right? Because I don't know what this new Switch is actually going to be capable of per se. We'll see when they do fucking announce it. But like, here's my thoughts on it, and I know this might not be easy to see for chat here, but here's my Game Pass subscription. That's my thoughts on it. I'm still going to continue to support, because right here, this is all I need when it comes to first-party titles. As long as you tell me that these first-party titles are also going to be available day and date on this service, and they will not go away once the game comes out, I don't care where you fucking put these games.
Now, if they mention shit like, oh, by the way, it's day and date on all, like, through game, like,
but even then, I don't.
Let's say Game Pass goes on everything, and they say day and date is available on everything on game, because Game Pass, obviously,
right.
I would not be bothered by that time, and that I won't, because it's like, I still get it, right? I still have Game Pass.
Yeah, I still have
because at the end of the day, as a community on the Xbox side, we all took our pom-poms and Game Pass this, Game Pass that, rah, rah. When everybody games, we all win.
Yeah.
That was a slogan for what the fuck do you think they meant by that? Yeah. When everybody plays, we all win. What do we honestly think they meant by that?
I mean, this is only the PC lobby that I'm fucking growing through. And mind you, by the way, a lot of these games in here are because of partnerships that they also have with EA, for example, or with Ubisoft. The fact that you have fucking Assassin's Creed, like, yeah, granted, I paid for Ubisoft this month, but it's like I still have access to Assassin's Creed games now because of Game Pass, and I didn't even technically have to have Ubisoft Plus.
No,
I didn't have to. I just needed to have Game Pass, and this will constantly and continue to happen as well, because that's where they just want Game Pass to be the place you go to play your games.
Yes, on the consumer side, it makes sense.
Why do you,
to have everything in boom? I can click on this app, Game Pass, open it up. Oh shit! Look at all these games. On the business side, it makes sense because hardware, believe it or not, is not a thing anymore. It's just not. No matter how much we want to hang on to, physical copies are going away. Oh my god! Or the hardware console. No matter how much we want to hang on to that nostalgia or that I don't know, that feel good moment of having it. And I'm not saying they should get away with it, but it's one of those things was like the future moves, and either you get dragged with it, kicking and screaming, or you go along with it and understand and accept it. If you don't know what, like, it's, and I've said this, and I sound like Einstein looking weird, just throwing numbers on the wall. But Game Pass is, and I spoke to Lives about this. Game Pass was created to give this company a sustainable income where it can survive past the hardware space, because that's where we're going. The hardware is going away. You've seen Best Buy getting away with, or taking away physical stuff for everything and other mediums. it's one of those things. It was like, what are we gonna do if the consoles? Because consoles are not selling. I don't care how many millions you see on somebody posting it. They're not selling, and it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse. Software is a digital space now, and if you can get your software, your games on a digital space, why not? So this is how you're gonna get the Call of Duty on the Switch, because unless, like Logic said, they actually develop on the Switch going forward. That's how you're gonna get those games over there. That's how you're gonna get when everybody plays, we all win. That slogan happens for that reason. As long as you are on Game Pass, you're good to go. Where the disconnect for me is like I just said, we stood for 3 fucking years rah-rahing the shit, and even have fucking Game Pass hype train and all that other shit. Like, we were all about that life. And now, because a couple of games rumored are going over, and it's not even big games. It's like, well, big, but for me it was Hi-Fi Rush and CT. Like, these are games that are like, to us, it's
games
like,
that are already set up where you would have thought anyway that these games would have been available on other platforms anyway. Just the type of games that they actually are. But listen, I'm over here like, yo, I have my gaming PC still like i9 9900K, which I'm probably gonna upgrade soon. I just got my 4070 Ti and stuff like that. Like, I'm over here gaming on a 34-inch ultra wide, like at 175 hertz, and I still got my Xbox, upstairs that I will be fucking playing, ready for it. But you know what? I haven't used my Xbox in months. You know when I'm gonna use my Xbox? The day MLB The Show comes out. And it's going to be plugged right into this fucking monitor and the HDMI 2.1 port, and I'm going to play the fuck out of MLB The Show.
But see, that's the difference between
a game that's not exclusive to Xbox. Mind you.
That's you being a gamer versus somebody loving their console. Like, I understand that you have a preference. We all have a preference. You said Xbox, even though it hasn't been turned on, you will turn it on when MLB The Show comes on. Yeah. I in my house, and you have a PC. I in my house, a beefy PC. I have a decent PC. I have a PlayStation. I have an Xbox. I literally rotate. Right now, I'm playing Suicide Squad on my P5. Later on, I'll be playing on my Xbox on my Xbox when I'm playing Call of Duty. On a PC when I want to play backlog games or whatever. Yeah. Like, I'm doing this, but this only happens when you say and claim you are a gamer and you love the fucking the space. Then you play your games, because it's weird to me that, like, there's a list of, somebody put a list up, right? A graphic. They show 200 and something Japanese games that's all on PlayStation, but not on Xbox. And their whole thing was, if they get Hi-Fi Rush, I want all these games on my system. Yeah, because I'm a fan of those games. Look, listen,
go buy the system where they're available out.
If you are a fan of that such game you're talking about, what's stopping you from going to get that platform?
Right.
And like, I get it, the economies are bad, but these things have been out for 4 years. At the end of the day, the planning has to come. Like, it has to come in effect how you budget your fucking money. Because if you really wanted to play these games, that budgeting does happen, like anything else with your vices, and you want to go get that platform. The only thing that's stopping you from playing these games on different platforms is because it's not your preferred platform. The most childish shit that I can think of. It's like, why are you preventing yourself from playing?
But we're all supposed to be adult. Yeah, but we're all supposed to be adults here, right? Too. So that's the other question of that one as well too. It's like, and I'm not speaking about just the normal gamer that actually doesn't get affected about it, but just in this space, in the online Twitter space and stuff like that, where we find ourselves and where we see these conversations that people are having. Like, no, I think like exclusive should be, and it's like, and once again, I get it. I think there will be games forever that will just not be like, I don't think I'm going to see Halo on it.
They say, how do you sell a system? But at the end of the day, if these systems are no longer a thing,
but
these consoles are no longer a thing, how do you sell a game?
Specifically for Microsoft no longer now needs to sell systems to be profitable.
Nope.
They know, in order to justify their game division, all they had to do was buy a $70 billion company that most of their fucking profits come from where? Besides the Call of Duty, $3 billion a year, World of Warcraft, which is a fucking PC game, and Candy Crush from King, which is a fucking mobile game. Okay? Like, let's fucking be real here.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Let's have that conversation. Like, the people that are actually just bent out of shape about this specifically are choosing to be bent out of shape. Like you're not actually bent out of shape. Like you're just you're choosing to have feelings about this because you want to be able to just have this narrative, so you can go on into spaces,
and
you can have
console card. I'm an Xbox guy. I'm a
cool.
PlayStation guy.
That's cool.
That's cool. You want to be cool and you want to be that. That's okay. But if you are literally,
I'm an adult. I'm gonna buy. I'm an adult,
and I'm assuming you have a job. And these consoles have been out for 4 years. If you're still sitting in 2024 after 4 years,
and they're available. They're available too. By the way, they're available.
No longer in that scarce, inventory. There, you can walk into store.
Don't make me Don't make me pull up. Don't make me pull up fucking eBay. Don't make me fucking pull up eBay. Like if you really want one, you could get one.
The privilege, the privileged people, it's a hobby for God's sakes. It's a fucking hobby that you choose to be mad about.
Didn't they have PS4? PS5s, didn't they have the PS5 digital edition, not the fucking disc edition? Because let's have that conversation again about it doesn't have a disc. I don't want it. It doesn't have a disc. I need the
but these are the same people that'll be on Twitter saying, "Oh my God, the DLC is coming, but it's digital. How do I get it? I want it." Or you can buy it on digital. I got it then. But you're physical. There's a lot of
how much was the PS5? How much was the PS5 over the holiday? Like the cheapest version of it, the digital one, wasn't it like $399?
Yeah,
$390. Was it $399?
Yeah.
$400. Like, what are we talking about? Like, so was the Series X too.
And I understood when it dropped, and it was scarce inventory, and the COVID and the jobs. I get all that, but we're year number 4. It's available anywhere you want to purchase your fucking technology at. And if you have not budgeted your money right, that's on you. And I'm not speaking for their pockets. Yeah. But it's on you for not wanting to play this game because it's not on your preferred console. Right.
This is a form of entertainment at the end of the day and stuff like that.
It's a hobby. Supposed to be, it's not
right.
It's a luxury.
It's a hobby, and it's a hobby, and it's also it's an escape. So listen, if you want to be upset that your game that you enjoy isn't available on your preferred console, go to the console that actually has said game and buy console. The point. Done. That's it.
Logic. I just cannot wrap my brain around people stopping themselves and getting upset because it's almost like they put a imaginary wall and I can't cross over that way because that's PlayStation or that's Xbox. I can't do that. Like what are these things? These parameters you set up, imaginary parameters you set up for yourself? What, to be cool in the community where they don't know who the fuck you are? Like I don't understand that concept. Like help me understand that, guys. Chat, help me understand. What is it that makes people do that? Like I'm team green, I'm team blue, and I won't play that game. It needs to be on my box. And then now the narrative is I don't want them to get my game, quote unquote, unless they give me their games. Like, dude, this is not a war. We're not at war in a country. You can literally go step out you don't have to step out your house. You can click, bestbuy.com, target.com, or whatever.com, and get it delivered to you. Hey, if you got that money, you can get that shit expressed to you. Boom, you're done. And you're done. There's only let's see what Timber wrote. To be honest, I'm totally lost on all of this. Yeah. And Timber's from Brazil. So when we talk about prices, I get all that. I understand that when the economy is different. I'm talking about strictly for the US. Like we were under COVID and all that shit was happening, but at year number 4, I don't need to see this anymore. It's crazy how people are restricting themselves for brand loyalty. When at the end of the day, they're not giving a fuck. At the end of the day, they're not gonna they don't give a fuck. They just cut. We just talked about it. They cut so many jobs.
Yeah.
They don't care.
No.
They're about to put these games, probably, it's a rumor, but they're probably gonna put these games on other consoles. They're at the end of their business. They're trying to make money. They don't care how you fanboy on Twitter and socials. They don't care about that shit. They don't. They care about making a profit and turning it at the end of the day. Stop restricting yourself from buying another game because it's on a different platform. If you have a legit gripe, like I know people that have legit gripe because, when I was on Sony, my shit got hacked and my money went away. That's a legit gripe. You don't want to get back on the system. I understand that. That's your money. It happened to me. I get it. But if you're just sitting on a soapbox all day, claiming you hate a certain system, but that's all you're talking about and it's in your headspace and you can't play a game because it's on that box. Come on, bro.
You don't want your favorite game going to said system because you feel that'll almost like lessen or weaken the value of your current system.
Right. Let's not forget that Xbox games have been on PC for the fucking forever. Like it's been on like these. You could play these games on PC or like it's just a weird thing, man. That was on my hot topic for the week. Like that's what I was like harping on for the whole week, like looking at these tweets and everything. And that's what I said is what really broke it. Where he was like he put a whole graphic of 200 something games that's Japanese JRPG or whatever it is on PlayStation exclusively versus the one. If you give them that, I want all of this. Like, bro, that's on you. You stopped yourself from playing those games because you have a brand loyalty that don't give a shit about you. They can't. You pay for your console. You have your console. That's the end of that relationship. That's it.
Yo,
you want more? Pay for it. Game Pass. That's the end of that relationship.
Pandemic hit. I had a couple of extra dollars. Fucking 7 remake was coming out. I didn't have a P4. The fuck did I do? I went to a pawn shop in Vegas and I bought a P4.
You did what you had to do to get that gaming experience.
And I digitally bought Final Fantasy. Like, you know what I mean? Because I wanted to play 7 remake. I bought a fucking PS4 because I wanted to go play it. I went to a pawn. I paid $200 for it.
The shit that I like the weird is I can't play Persona because it's on PlayStation. Oh, now I'm playing it because on Game Pass. Really? So
yeah, all of a sudden, I fucking love Persona. I love Persona. I love it. Great, amazing, wow, great. Yeah, no, it's great because it's fucking free thanks to Game Pass. So yeah, thank you Microsoft for actually making that fucking deal. With that it's Atlas or whatever.
And with that being said, you know how much money they probably shelled out to get that shit on Game Pass, which is
great.
Why.
But here's another reason why I will still continue to invest in Game Pass because they continue to invest in me as a gamer. I continue the amount of games, and I keep showing, and I've showed it quite a few times when we were having this conversation, but this was just on the PC side. This wasn't even on the Xbox side. But as I'm scrolling through all of these games, you know how many of these games that I still have not yet paid? You want to talk about fucking back catalog? You want to talk about games? I mean, I got Persona right here. Sega, I'm sorry. Well, Sega's the publisher, but I forget the actual studio that makes Persona. Somebody help me out.
Atlas.
Yeah, it is Atlas, right? So Atlas, I mean, like, I got 48 hours of like an RPG game if I ever at my disposal at 22 gigabytes that just came out 3 days ago.
It's literally a gaming buffet.
It's there.
You can go in there and whatever you feel in the mood to.
Yeah, or it's $70 because if we want to have that conversation, like I buy my games. Okay, so buy your games. Me, I buy my subscription, and I continue to pay for my prescription. Subscription and prescription. Right here.
Yeah.
What about this one? I own this one on fucking Steam. How about this one? The fuck, Cap? Just
it says install because of Steam.
No, it's on Game Pass.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Yeah.
No, it's on Game Pass, but even a better one too.
I just rented this game too.
That's the other game. Also, it's fucking $12 right now. Also, another great game. We want to talk about great remakes. Great remake. Yep. Amazing remake right here. Okay, never played it. It's $12.49 for the fucking deluxe edition, or you could just play it for free because it's on Game Pass. You just install it and play it. Like and once again, all the Yakuza games, just literally.
Yeah, that Sega relationship is fucking really good right now, man. Really
all the Yakuza games. They just added Potato. That one just came out. All the EA games that we don't talk about, fucking Dead Space, like, you know what I mean? That's another one too.
Don't click on that game. If you don't want to be another Vampire Survivors, don't click on it. That shit will have you hooked, bro.
The Potato? Yeah, I can only imagine. There's probably a little crackhead. Like Dead Cells, never played it. I know that's great. I know it's a good game. My brother played it. Like, I know that's a good game to play. The Dooms, bro, Doom. Because the fucking library, the catalog of games that I have at my disposal, Far Cry. Didn't touch it. Thank you, Microsoft, for making that partnership with Ubisoft. Never touched it. I got a full-fledged game here that I don't have to worry about paying full price for. I could just go in and fucking get the game. I just have to make sure I have my Ubisoft account, my Uconnect account set up
to date. Yeah.
And I got something. And there's something for everyone. Oh, you like racing sims? Great. Oh, you like flight simulators? Yeah, I got you. Oh, you like RPGs? Great.
That's what I was saying. It's literally the buffet of gaming. You whatever like you're in the mood for, it's there.
Yeah,
bro.
You like shooters?
And we're about to have the multiplayer, the biggest selling multiplayer in history. Call of Duty is going to be on there
on this as well too. Yeah. So it's like I don't want to fucking hear it. And I'm saying all of this before we actually get Call of Duty on Game Pass. Like, give me a fucking break. That, you know what I mean? Like, give me a break. That's another one too. Like, are we gonna be pissed now because technically Call of Duty is a first party title? Like, open your fucking brain up too. Are you pissed now because Call of Duty's now on fucking? Oh no, because
Yeah.
Microsoft bought it, so it's okay.
Now Call of Duty's
except-
gonna turn to shit. Yeah, it's been
exception.
turning for shit for years now. It's been turning into shit, and you still buying
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, no, it's a first party title now. So just remember, when you're talking shit about an Xbox title. Just remember, the
Yeah,
next time you want to
yeah.
talk shit about Call of Duty, remember you're talking shit about an Xbox first party title.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
yeah.
just make sure that you're not talking out the fucking right side of your mouth while you're having conversations out of the left side of your mouth. You know?
Yeah, I guess
That's my take.
To finish my take up is it's the weirdness of like especially the evolution on Twitter from years ago when I first joined to now, where it was PlayStation were the asshole community, right? Let's just quote unquote that. I'm just me just speaking in hypotheticals here. And Xbox was the community that was like, kumbaya and oh, why are you guys talking like that? Like it was always that for a while.
Yeah.
And like we get a couple of fucking games like we get hot for a little bit, and it's like, oh no, I say we. I'm not. They get hot for a little bit.
Yeah.
Xbox, and it's like now we're turning into that community where we're assholes and we're being
you
dickheads.
puff up.
They
your
started
chest.
it first, like. Bro, we're adults here. What are you talking about?
No, it's good. No, you're having fun though. No. We're just having fun. We're just talking shit.
Then it's that. Oh, we're just trolling.
We're just trolling. We're just talking shit. They do it.
Twitter.
They do it to us. It's Twitter. It's nothing. It means that. All right,
it's
cool.
Twitter. No, it's
you
fucking
guys.
bullying.
Yo, everybody, go have fun.
Bullying.
Listen, that's fine. Everybody, go have fun. Go do all that. I'm a game. I'm gonna play my Rust. I'm gonna play my MLB The Show on my fucking
it's
Xbox.
Just annoying. Every time I play a game, I'm like, ooh, let me go to Twitter and talk about it. See who wants to. Nobody wants to fucking talk about games. Like, but the moment I put something like, fuck PlayStation or fuck Xbox or something that triggers emotion, people that followed me for years who have never fucking commented on my shit all of a sudden come out of the woodworks.
Yo, why are you saying all that?
Xbox,
why are you saying
why
that?
are you saying, like, what the fuck have you been this whole time? I forgot you
waiting
followed
for
me,
you,
bro.
waiting for you to slip up so they can take your card away.
It's exactly what it is, bro. It's exactly what it is, man. It's exactly it's like this whole, and I've joked about that in the past, the whole card thing. Like if I speak about PlayStation games on here, like we did with Death Stranding, is my card being taken away? No, because my Xbox literally sits right next to me and it doesn't melt. I love my Xbox. I love my PlayStation. I love my PC.
Watch, you're gonna go click it on.
I love gaming.
You're gonna go try to turn it on now. It's not gonna turn on.
Yeah, right. Fuck
That's
you.
it.
It's gonna like melt.
Yeah,
Oh
like,
yeah,
no.
you want to talk shit?
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
gonna melt now.
Oh yeah, you want to play that Death Stranding 2? You don't want to fucking play me, right? Yeah.
That. Yeah, no.
It heard you. It has a microphone. You didn't know?
Here's something.
Yo, just wait. No. Just wait till the new controller comes out. The new Xbox controller that comes out that has the microphone on it.
No. To make y'all feel better for the Xbox versus PS5, my PlayStation is holding up my Xbox. Does that make you feel better? Does that make you feel? Oh, how about this? My Xbox is holding up my PlayStation. Does that make you feel better? Like it's silly. It's so fucking silly.
Wait, hold on. You put your PS5
I packed
on top
up both
of
those
Xbox?
consoles. I'm exclusively on PC now, motherfuckers. How about that?
That's crazy. That's
Like,
crazy.
What's gonna happen?
You're welcome, by the way. You're welcome.
Yeah, that's on you. It's all you. Years of it too. Not no subtle shit.
I'm just saying.
Saying,
bro. We at this 15 years or something like
yes.
that. And you know when we did the switch, you were like, nah, bro, I can't do it. Nah, bro, yo, I'm over here. I can't do it.
I'm about that life, bro.
I'll see you. Listen, when you're ready, I'll see you. I got you. Just
I'm
when
about
you're
that
ready,
fucking life.
come here.
Yeah, PC
and I got you.
No, in all seriousness though, like lately the consoles have been off, and I just been like my son will play on it, but I've been playing PC, bro. Like he gets mad because like, well, we're not gonna play, bro. What are you mad about? We could co-op.
You know why?
We can still
Because your controller still works on your fucking PC too, right?
Yes,
right?
sir. And
Okay,
not just any controller.
Just checking that in,
Not
right?
just
Right.
Which controller?
your game Sir G7 SE.
You know it.
That came with a free month of Game Pass.
And who else recommended that?
Not sponsored. Who? That was me. Nah, listen, it's small victories. I take small victories. Yo, let's get the fuck out of here. It's 5:15. What the fuck are we doing at?
All right. So if you guys didn't listen to us in the beginning, I did mention a personal thing for me. We probably won't be on next week. I think we're not going to be on next week. I am temporarily relocating to New York. I'm leaving on Monday of next week, not this week. Actually, we can have a pod. I'm leaving on the 12th, so that's next week. So we could probably have a pod if you want.
We could do like I don't want to, because I know you're gonna be doing your packing thing and stuff like that. So maybe we do like a little short abridged pod.
True.
Then we'll figure. And listen, I don't want to make any promises or speak for anybody as well too. But if it makes sense for us to do something because obviously anything less than at least what we're doing now, I don't want to do like a lesser
Oh yeah, no.
version
I
of
think
this.
I think our chat would know by now with so many weeks of doing this, or months, I should say. That
Yeah.
we're not just gonna get on here and get on a soapbox and just to talk to have
Yeah,
a pod
yeah,
out
yeah.
there and
Nah.
give you episode 8,000. We're not doing all that. We when we get on these things is because we have some like things that we really want to talk about.
Yeah,
and we
I
want to. It's like
I
we're not
just
gonna
want to
sound
set
boring
yeah,
up here.
I just want to set proper expectations as well too. It's like, you know, yeah, we're gonna be gone for a little bit, but it won't be as long as you may think. And the second that we're able to fucking come back and do this, we're gonna be doing this because we're almost. I mean, listen, what is this 97? Yo, just 97 episodes, bro. Real quick, let's just talk about like real quick 97 episodes, man.
97 fucking
97
episodes. We're
episodes
reaching
with
that
the-
100.
we're-
It may be
we're-
the slowest, but we get it.
Yeah,
there.
no,
We get it there.
nah, listen, and here's what I thought too, because you're gonna be up here anyway. Yo, episode 100 is definitely gonna be like in person. Like we're definitely just
Woo, that has to be.
that has to be.
Yes.
That's it.
Our
Like
first
so.
meetup and shit.
Yeah,
live.
episode 100.
that.
Episode 100
like
is
that.
definitely gonna be in person. It's gonna be me
I
and
like
him,
that.
and we're just gonna
I
be
like
chilling.
that. I like that.
So
All right. Yo, Shin, I'll be up in your neck of the woods, baby. He
Yeah,
knows.
man.
He knows. All right, man. All right. Thank you guys. Episode 97 of the books. I thank you guys for hanging out for 2 hours and 17 minutes. We appreciate that. And if you was on for the pre-show, even the music, I appreciate that too. But all you guys in the chat, I appreciate you. Those who are audio listeners, this will be up pretty soon. As I've been keeping up with it. Yes, I have. I'm proud of that. This will be up soon as well. All your DSPs, if you are Spotify, Apple, Google, well, Google's about to go away. It's Google's, I don't know what they're doing over there. But on all your DSP platforms, your favorite ones, it's going to be on there. So you can listen to us there as well. But I thank you guys for coming out on another beautiful evening, Sunday or afternoon or whatever you want to call it. But for me, I bid you adieu. For Logic.
Yo, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Happy fucking gaming.
Happy fucking gaming, everybody.